You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game.
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from Prince George's Stadium. We're getting set for the finale of this 6-game series between the Akron Rubber Ducks and your Bowie Baysox. Glad you're with us. Matt Sabatas with you from the ballpark in Bowie, and the Baysox, their momentum ran into a brick wall last night. They couldn't find anything to start against Daniel Espino early. While they did eventually tag him for 2 runs, it was an incredible outing for one of the top prospects in the Cleveland organization. Espino struck out the first 11 batters of the game. For reference, the Major League record is 10 consecutive batters struck out at any point in a game, and he struck out 11 to start the night. Meanwhile, the Baysox did get a little bit of action to play 2 runs, including a solo home run by Gunnar Henderson, and then another run in the 5th with 2 outs, a double from Dylan Harris, and a single from Cody Roberts. But the Rubber Ducks were just a bit behind before catching up and smacking Antonio Velez for 4 runs in the 6th inning as he tried to stretch out the first Baysox starter to get into the 6th this season. He was very efficient to open, but again, the 4 runs in the 6th do doomed him as he would take the loss. Bowie did set up a couple of mini rallies, but they just could not close the gap. The home runs came back in the loss, however. Already mentioned Gunnar Henderson's, but then later on, Cody Roberts hit his first of the year, a 2-run shot in the 7th inning. That cut it from a 4-run game to a 2-run game. But after Akron jumped to a 4-run lead, Dylan Harris would cut it back down to a 2-run game in the 9th with his second home run of the season, both in this series. It was a 2-run shot to score him and Joey Ortiz. Bowie comes into this game an 8-5 record for game number 14 of the year. They are on a 1-game losing streak at the moment, but they're 7-3 over their last 10 and 5-3 here at Prince George's Stadium. The Rubber Ducks come in for game number 15 of the year, a 6-8 record for them. They're on a 1-game winning streak, 3 games out of first place. That's Harrisburg. The Baysox are a half game out. The Rubber Ducks are 4-6 over their last 10 and 2-6 in games played away from Canal Park. Your starting pitching matchup today, Zach Peak will go toe-to-toe with Tanner Burns. Starting with Peak, an 0-1 record, a 4-even ERA. He did give up an early run, but was clean overall on Tuesday. This is his second start of this series. There were a couple of different wrinkles in that one. It was his first start with the enforced pitch clock, so his timing definitely had to be hastened. His rhythm was a little bit off kilter to open, but he got back into it, and it took him a beat, but he was fine. The other problem is that Bowie's offense kept him on the bench for too long. Bowie scored 12 runs in the first 2 innings, and it really just kind of shortened the time that Peak was able to, work on the mound, and extended the time that he was just sitting there while his arm was getting less warm through the innings. It was an interesting game, to say the least. But the fact is that Peak pounds the zone, especially against left-handed hitters, and it's a lefty-heavy lineup for Akron, as we've seen throughout this series. They've got plenty on their roster, and it means that we could see plenty of strikeouts from Peak. On the other end, you've got Tanner Burns, without a record yet this season, but a 2.16 ERA, and he's coming off of a very, very good start against the Reading Fightin' Phils just last week. This is Burns' only start in this series, but against Reading, he tossed 5 1/3 scoreless innings, only gave up a couple of hits. This is the second straight game that Akron is throwing out a top 5 pitching prospect in the Guardians organization. After Espino last night was the top overall pitching prospect, Burns is the number 4 pitching prospect in the Cleveland system. He's a career 2-5 pitcher with a 3.43 ERA, and this is only his 21st overall appearance in the minors, but he was a preseason All-American, according to Baseball America, in perfect game when he tossed at Auburn, and then got picked in the first round, the competitive balance A round, 36th overall in the shortened 2020 draft. He's got a very good fastball, not as good as Daniel Espino's last night, but it can get up to 97 at points, and it does run a little bit. And then he's also got a good slider-cutter mix that can hit in the upper 80s and move against left-handed hitters well. But the problem is Bowie only has 2 lefties in the lineup today, Gunnar Henderson and Dylan Harris, both of whom have been on such an extreme tear. Harris is 3 for 4 against lefties. Henderson, though, only 2 for 10 against the left-handed pitchers. But he has drawn 3 walks to only 4 strikeouts, so that could spell out to be a good day for the Baysox. Again, your starting pitching matchup, Zach Peak versus Tanner Burns, should be another good duel here at Prince George's Stadium. It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, and it's Sunday, so that means we will recap the week that was in Baysox baseball when we come back, walk you through how this week has gone for Bowie, and spoiler alert, it's been a good one. We'll step aside, and when we return, we walk you back in time and recap the week that was. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Sunday, May 22nd, it's a fiesta at Prince George's Stadium. For the first time this season, the Baysox will transform into El Congrejos Fantasmas de Chesapeake and face off against Los Perros Calientes de Akron as part of Minor League Baseball's Copa de la Diversión. It'll be a Latin fiesta celebration all afternoon around the ballpark, all presented by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Get your tickets today at 301-464-4865 and online at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
The third baseman, number 6.
We're back to Prince George's Stadium as we roll on with the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Matt Sabatis with you. And again, it's Sunday, so that means we'll recap the week that was in Baysox baseball, taking you through each of the first 5 games in this series with Akron ahead of today's afternoon tilt. And boy, was it a great start to this series for Bowie as we take you back in time to April 19th on Tuesday, while the Baysox were trying to get back into the winning column after dropping the finale of their series with Binghamton. It looked like things could get a little dicey to open as today's starting pitcher Zach Peak did allow a single, a hit by pitch, and an RBI double with 1 out in the first inning. He would quickly dance out of that trouble and open the door for the Baysox to go on one of their biggest runs of the year, and honestly one of their biggest runs in team history lately. You go into the first, and it's Hunter Gaddis on the mound for Akron. Adam Hall strikes out looking. Jordan Westberg doubles, and J.D. Mundy grounds out to push Westberg to third. It's runner at third, 2 outs, and then let's just walk you through result by result. Walk, 2 RBI single, RBI double, 2-run home run, hit by pitch, RBI double. Did you catch all that? Baysox eventually sent 12 batters to the plate, scored 8 runs on 6 hits, and only left 1 on base. Zach Peak would follow with 3 more scoreless innings, but the Baysox weren't done offensively. In the bottom of the second, they scored 4 more runs, all with 2 outs, including a pair of singles from Hudson Haskin and Shane Fontana, 2 walks, and then a 2 RBI double from Adam Hall mixed in. 4 runs on 3 hits with 2 men left on in that inning. The Rubber Ducks would eventually get on the board when George Valera hit a 2-run home run, and then they plated 2 more runs against Connor Lopridge in the 5th, but the Baysox relievers would keep things quiet from there, and then the Baysox bats would wake up again in the 8th inning when the Rubber Ducks sent a position player to pitch. Jonathan Engelman, a usual outfielder for Akron, came out and immediately gave up a walk, a double, an infield single, and a walk to drive in a run. A sacrifice fly, another walk, and then a grand slam by Hudson Haskin, the first of his career and the first for the Baysox this season, knocked Engelman out of the game. It brought in another position player, Rodriguez, for Akron, who immediately gave up a home run to Shane Fontana, and then immediately gave up another one to Dylan Harris for a string of back-to-back-to-back home runs for the Baysox. The final was 20-6. Then on Wednesday, a much more clear-cut game. The Baysox leaned on some excellent pitching in a tandem between Garrett Stallings and Ryan Watson. Stallings allowed only 1 hit. It was a 2-out single in the first inning by Brian Rocchio. He allowed only 3 base runners total, a pair of 2-out walks, 1 in the 4th and then 1 in the 5th. And as he handed it off to Watson, who was coming off of 4 perfect innings in his Double-A debut against Binghamton, he picked it right back up. Watson fired another 4 perfect innings against the Ducks, struck out 3 batters, and had plenty of time to pick up the save as the Baysox cruised to a 5-0 victory. Bowie got more of their action in on 2-out key hits. Cody Roberts had a 2 RBI single in the 4th inning, and then 3 runs came across in the 8th inning on a 2-out RBI single. Check that, 1-out RBI single by Hudson Haskin and a 1-out RBI single by Joey Ortiz. On to Thursday, the Baysox were looking to make it 3 in a row, but this one was the tensest of all games to that point. While Drew Rahm had tossed 4 blanks to get it started, he ran into a bit of trouble in the 5th inning, giving up a walk, a single, and then an RBI single, having to be replaced before recording an out in the frame. Handing things over to Tyler Birch and Adam Stauffer, the Baysox got an early start from both of them. Some good work to open as Birch fired 2 scoreless innings. Stauffer did give up a run in the 8th inning. But meanwhile, the Baysox offensively got it going in the 6th. They plated 2 runs, including, both on a 2 RBI double by Joey Ortiz that just snuck underneath the glove of the third baseman Victor Nova. Made it 2-1 at that point, but in the 8th inning, Akron would tie it with the RBI single from George Valera against Adam Stauffer. In the 9th, Logan Gillespie came in, and he retired the side in order. The Baysox went down in order in the 8th and 9th, sending this game to extras. It was the first extra inning game of the season for Bowie. With the tie-breaking runner placed at second base in Jonathan Engelman, he would advance to third on a wild pitch with only 1 out. Julian Escobedo drew a walk and stole second base, but back-to-back strikeouts for Gillespie to keep it a 0. He struck out Jose Tena looking and Brian Rocchio swinging, sending us to the bottom of the 10th in a tie game. The Baysox got a leadoff bunt single by Zach Watson on the first pitch. Jordan Westberg, as a pinch hitter, was intentionally walked, and then Adam Hall lifted a shallow sacrifice fly to right field, just deep enough for Dylan Harris to sprint home and dodge a tag from the catcher, giving Bowie the 3-2 walk-off winner. And then on Friday, it was another tense one. The Baysox jumped to the early 1-0 advantage when Gunnar Henderson finally hit his first home run of the season, his first regular season AA home run, 112-mile-an-hour laser to right field, making it 1-0. But Akron would match the score with their own solo home run. Marcos Gonzalez, his first of the year, it came off of Brandon Young. Young would go 4 innings, give up 3 hits and the 1 run. He only struck out 1, but only walked 1. Meanwhile, the Baysox would try and get back ahead in multiple opportunities, pushing runners into scoring position in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and almost in the 7th. They got 2 runners on, but a double play kept them from reaching scoring position. Meanwhile, Akron, they went 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position, even putting a runner all the way to third base with only 1 out in the top of the 9th inning. But Cameron Bishop and Ryan Conroy combined to fire blanks and keep Akron from breaking the 1-1 tie. In the bottom of the 9th, Zach Watson was hit by a pitch to open the frame, and then Dylan Harris, after scoring the winning run the previous night, hit a single to left field to score Watson from first to home. It was an incredible 2-1 walk-off winner. And then, of course, last night's affair, as mentioned, the 14 strikeout performance from Daniel Espino, very tough to match up against. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we've got first pitch from Prince George's Stadium coming your way. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the D.C. area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from Prince George's Stadium in the finale of this 6-game series between the Bowie Baysox and the Akron Rubber Ducks. Matt Sabatis with you from the ballpark in Bowie, and as Zach Peak warms on the mound for the Baysox, the starting lineup for the Akron Rubber Ducks, he'll face looks like this. Jose Tena leads off. He's at shortstop. George Valera is the center fielder batting second. Brian Rocchio is at second base batting third. Will Brennan in right field bats fourth. Bo Naylor is the catcher today batting fifth. Marcos Gonzalez will be the only batter batting as a righty in today's game for Akron. He's at first base batting sixth. Julian Escobedo in left field bats seventh. Daniel Schneemann, the designated hitter, bats eighth. And Victor Nova is at third base batting ninth. The Rubber Ducks are the AA affiliate of the Cleveland Guardians, managed by Ruglis Odor, assisted by Owen Dew, Junior Betances, Mike Mergenthaler, and the bench coach Juan De La Cruz. And once more that lineup for Akron, it's Jose Tena, George Valera, Brian Rocchio, Will Brennan, Bo Naylor, Marcos Gonzalez, Julian Escobedo, Daniel Schneemann, and Victor Nova, all to face Zach Peak on the mound. Peak gets his final warm-up toss in, circles the mound, gets the ball back after it heads down to second base, then to third. He's ready to climb the hill as Jose Tena digs in for the first offering on what's a beautiful day here at Prince George's Stadium. Righty on lefty as Tena digs in. Peak foots the rubber, holds ball in glove, very casually on the third base side. He winds and deals the first offering. It's checked on, called a strike, bottom half of the zone. 0-1 to get it started at a 1:03 first pitch on a 75-degree, beautiful day here at Prince George's Stadium. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Tena. Fouled off back to the screen, and the count 0-2. 255 average this season for Tena. He's been the leadoff man for 5 of the 6 games in this series. 590 OPS, 2 doubles, no triples, no homers, 3 runs driven in. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball in there for strike 3. Got him with the curveball just on the outer edge, and Peak strikes out Tena looking to open the afternoon. Get you the starting defensive alignment for Bowie in this chance. Dylan Harris in left field. Adam Hall back in the lineup. He's in center. Hudson Haskin had some good throws in right field yesterday, including an assist. Gunnar Henderson at shortstop. Gunnar Henderson at third. Joey Ortiz at short. Jordan Westberg at second, and Andrew Dashbach at first. First pitch home to George Valera is a called strike. Lower outside corner. It's 0-1. Maverick Handley does the catching behind the plate for Zach Peak on the mound. Got so used to saying Henderson at shortstop that it just sat into the muscle memory. The 0-1. Check swing again, called a strike. Suddenly 0-2 on Valera. Quick efficiency here from Zach Peak. He's pitched 5 strikes so far. The 0-2. Misses just high. First pitch out of the zone. And the count 1-2 on Valera. 263 average for Valera this season. A 951 OPS. He's batting an even .333 in this series. 985 OPS with a homer and 4 driven. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Pumped the fastball inside that time, and Peak strikes out Valera. Back-to-back Ks to start the afternoon. Umpiring crew for today's game. Jen Powell is at third base. Edwin Jimenez, the crew chief, is at first. And Tom O'Neill calls the balls and strikes behind home plate. Here's Brian Rocchio. First pitch to the switch hitter batting lefty is nubbed foul off the end of the bat. He was too far ahead. 0-1 to get it open. Rocchio a 217 average, only 143 in this series. 652 OPS, a double, a triple, 1 homer, 6 runs driven in total. 0-1 pitch. Slider tails too far down and in, and the count evens. Zach Peak, a 6'3", 190-pound, 23-year-old right-hander from Pineville, North Carolina. a member of that trade with the Los Angeles Angels that included Kyle Bradish and Kyle Brnovich. This pitch lined out to left field, but on a dot to Dylan Harris. He scampers over to his right just a bit and pulls it in. A perfect first inning for Zach Peak on just 10 pitches. Excellent work to start. And as we move to the bottom of the first, it's Akron nothing, Baysox coming on up. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. There's plenty to catch in the month of May with fireworks every home Saturday. Hope to see you there.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Bottom of the first inning here at Prince George's Stadium. Akron goes down in order in their half of the frame. And as Tanner Burns warms on the mound for the Rubber Ducks, the starting lineup for the Bowie Baysox he'll face looks like this. Leading off in center field, you've got Adam Hall, followed by Jordan Westberg at second base, batting second. Gunnar Henderson at third base today, bats third. Andrew Dashbach at first base, cleans up. Hudson Haskin is in right field, and he shifts back down into the 5-hole now that Adam Hall is back in leading off. Joey Ortiz, the shortstop, bats sixth. Dylan Harris in left field bats seventh. Zach Watson, the designated hitter, bats eighth. And Maverick Handley is the catcher today, batting ninth. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles, managed by Kyle Moore, assisted by Brandon Becker, Josh Conway, Tim DeJohn, and Billy Facto. And once again, that lineup for Bowie, you've got Hall, Westberg, Henderson, Dashbach, Haskin, Ortiz, Harris, Watson, Handley, all to face Tanner Burns on the mound. Burns, a muscular 6'1", 180", 23-year-old right-hander. Gets the ball back after it goes around the horn. He climbs the hill, foots the rubber, holds it in his glove. It's a bright red glove. And he grips it now, covers his face with the glove, and gets ready to deliver the first pitch to Adam Hall. It's on its way, and it's called a strike. A fastball hits middle down. 0-1 to get it started on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Burns. Hall in his first game back after missing the last two. The 0-1 pitch on its way. Misses away. The fastball sticks at 93, and the count evens at 1. It's been a bit of a bug just moving its way through the Baysox clubhouse. It knocked Joey Ortiz out for a couple of games earlier in this series. Hall was suffering from it, but he's back now, feeling better. The 1-1, a half swing poked into right field, a base hit. A little how-do-you-do flare, and Hall is aboard with a single, extending his hit streak to 4 consecutive games. Welcome back. He's been one of the best leadoff hitters in the Eastern League this season. That's now his 9th hit to start an inning at any point. That leads the league. And it makes way for Jordan Westberg here, who's looking to break out of his longest slump of the year. He's gone without in 3 consecutive games. Runner at first, nobody out in the bottom of the first, a scoreless game. First pitch, Westberg watches fastball come in low, 1-0 to open up. Westberg on the season a .234 average, a .922 OPS with 2 doubles, tied for the team's lead with 4 home runs. He's second on the team with 10 runs driven in. Here's the 1-0. Inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Westberg's hit into 2 double plays this season. But he's had some very good plate discipline, especially in this series. 16 strikeouts to only 12 walks. That's such a small difference. Here's the 2-0. Check swing, pitch misses high. They appeal on the fastball, and he didn't go. 3 balls and no strikes on Westberg to open. He's walked in over 20% of his plate appearances this season. That's what makes this 2 through 4 so dangerous for Bowie. All three of them are walking above 15% of the time. The 3-0. Westberg watches a called strike, middle in, and it goes to 3-1. Jordan's only batting 143 in this series, of course below his current average. Only 1 run driven in, but again, he's still drawing plenty of walks. So he's getting on base, he's scoring runs, he just hasn't been able to put it in play where he wants to. The 3-1 pitch, swinging a bouncing ball over to the shortstop, backhanded, twirled, sent to second for 1. Rocchio, the turn to first, not in time. Westberg beats it out, avoids the double play, but what a nifty move by Jose Tena at short. He backhanded it, and instead of turning around and throwing against his momentum, he used his momentum to twirl the other way and set himself up to fire into second base. The fielder's choice goes 6-4. It eliminates the lead runner Hall, and Westberg replaces him at first base. In steps Gunnar Henderson, and now there's a quick delay here as Tanner Burns is over and talking with the home plate umpire by the third base coach's box. They're looking into the Akron dugout. I'm not sure what the situation may be. Well, we've got the moment. Let's go ahead and introduce you to the starting defense for Bowie. And now Burns is heading back to the dugout. Is he getting a different glove, or is he getting some tape? We saw it earlier. Tyler Birch had a cut open up on his finger, and the umpire said that he couldn't continue to pitch unless they closed the cut because it could be treated as a foreign substance. I think that might be the case here, or they're saying he has to scrape out some of the dirt between his cleats to avoid whatever the case. Starting defense for Bowie, from left to right in the outfield, for Akron rather, Julian Escobedo, George Valera, Will Brennan, Victor Nova at third, Jose Tena at short, Brian Rocchio at second, Marcos Gonzalez at first, and Bo Naylor catches behind the plate for Tanner Burns on the mound. Lefty Gunnar Henderson digs in. First pitch home is a called strike. Fastball hits the lower outside corner, 0-1. Henderson a .279 average, .929 OPS with 3 doubles, 2 home runs, each of them coming in the last 2 games. 10 runs driven in. 0-1 pitch. Misses away that time. The breaking ball. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Burns from Decatur, Alabama, a first-round draft selection from Auburn. He was in the competitive Balance A round, but still first round. 36th overall in 2020. Here's the 1-1. Bounced over to the left side. Diving grab by Jose Tena. Fires from his keister to second. The turn to first. What a double play! An incredible turn from Tena and Rocchio to force the twin killing, and the inning is over. A pair of athletic grabs and throws from Jose Tena at short turned what could have been a disastrous inning for Tanner Burns into a minimum 3 up, 3 down. While the Baysox do get a single out of it, they come up empty. We go to the second here at Prince George's Stadium. We're scoreless, Bowie and Akron. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Well, it may be on Sunday, May 29th, but get ready for the Baysox first Catter Day at Prince George's Stadium. Everyone's heard of Bark in the Park, but now you can bring your kitty out for a relaxing afternoon of ball. And if you get here early enough, you can pick up a free Baysox Catter Day t-shirt, courtesy of the City of Bowie. You can get your tickets now for the first ever Catter Day at 301-464-4865 or at baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301 464-4880 or at baysox.com.
Second inning here at Prince George's Stadium, a scoreless game. Each side sending just the minimum to the plate in the first, but the Baysox did put on a bit of a threat. Still nothing to show. Zach Peak back to work, and the first pitch to Will Brennan is a big swinging strike high. 0-1 to start. Brennan, best hitter on the team in terms of average, 400 overall, a 956 OPS with 6 doubles, no homers, 12 runs driven in, the 0-1. Blazing fastball hits the lower outside corner for a called strike, and the count 0-2. It was a quick start for Zach Peak in the first inning, too. He fired 5 strikes to open and struck out the first 2 batters total. Trying for number 3, the 0-2. Down and in the slider. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. It's a 4-pitch offering for Peak, a 4-seam fastball, a curve, a slider, and a change. He comes into today an 0-1 record, a 4 even ERA. As you'd imagine, that's 4 earned over 9 innings. Here's a bouncing ball over to second. Waiting back on it is Westberg. He lobs it overhand, rainbow style to first, and it gets there in time. 4-3 putout is how things get started here in the top of the second inning. Peak making his 3rd appearance of the season. His first was a little lagged, but it was partly because Bowie's offense was not able to give him too much run support. 5 innings, 3 runs, all earned on 5 hits and 1 walk with 3 strikeouts. He took the loss, but the offense paid him back in full on Tuesday. 4 innings with 1 run, while the Baysox gave him, when he departed, 11 runs of support. First pitch to Bo Naylor is called a strike. Curveball hits the outer edge of the zone, and it's 0-1. Naylor is only 3 for 15 in this series, but 2 extra base hits. The 0-1 misses high, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. So one of my favorite stories to tell, especially on Bark in the Park days here at Prince George's Stadium, as today is, as the 1-1 misses down and in, count goes to 2-1. When the 2020 season was canceled and plenty of us were out looking for work, I took a job at a dog daycare for a few months. So now I can identify at least a handful of these dog breeds and call them out. It's very fun to see. Saw a husky just a bit earlier as the 2-1 is spoiled foul left side. Count goes even at 2. Nothing too out of the ordinary at the moment. I see a golden retriever, a chocolate lab over to our right side. And I see that husky as well down in the front row. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top of the second, and Peak steps off, recycles the signs with Maverick Hanley. Now the 2-2 on its way in. Naylor watches the slider again too far inside, backs him up just a tad, and the count fills. First full count from Zach Peak today. And it looks like the home plate umpire had issued a pitch clock violation earlier, but it wasn't caught. So that, instead of ball 3, was ball 4. And it's a walk from Zach Peak, just his 2nd of the season and first today. It's the 3rd walk drawn by Naylor in this series, and it gives Akron their first runner aboard. First pitch home to Marcos Gonzalez, misses down and away, and the count opens up at 1-0. Gonzalez, the only right-hander stepping to the plate today. Brian Rocchio is a switch, but he's batting lefty. 333 average, 10-11 OPS. Here's the 1-0. Runner goes, pitch inside for a ball, throw to second is high, but it gets just a bit too high. On time it was, but Maverick Hanley just got it way too high. It was a good leap by Jordan Westberg to save it from getting into the outfield. The count 2-0 on Gonzalez as Naylor is a perfect 3 for 3 with stolen bases. Here's the 2-0. Slapped foul to the right side. Look out. That one a screecher, and the count 2-1. With runners in scoring position this season, Gonzalez has shined. 2 runs driven in with a 971 OPS. He's only struck out once and drawn a walk. Infield plays a little bit deep on the left side to pull for the righty Gonzalez. Here's the 2-1. This one spoiled out to right field. A little deep, could advance the runner as Haskin camps under it, but the runner was not standing at second. Naylor was about midway between the bags, so doesn't even consider tagging. And it's a routine flyout. I'm not sure why he was midway through second and third like that. Why not just go back to the bag and at least feign? Whatever the case. Here's Julian Escobedo. Third base pinches in just a tad, and the first pitch is bounced foul off of Escobedo's body, and it's 0-1. 167 average for Escobedo, only 125 in this series. 604 OPS, 1 home run, 3 runs driven in. 3 doubles, no triples, 11 strikeouts, 7 walks. Peak sets. Puts that front foot a half step toward third base as he holds ball in glove, waist high, fires the 0-1. It's popped foul behind home and out of play. Looked like that one could have gone to third base depending on what Bo Naylor was trying for. Maverick Haley was ready to pop and throw at any time. But the fastball up and away is a routine foul, and the count 0-2. Peak looking for his third strikeout to try and end the frame and strand a runner in scoring position. A moment called as Peak steps off. That's his first of 2 allotted step-offs in the PA. The 0-2 on its way. In there, strike 3. Got him with a fastball inside. Peak picks up his second backwards K and third overall. As we go to the bottom of the second here at Prince George's Stadium, Akron strands a runner in scoring position. The Baysox and the Rubber Ducks are scoreless. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Baysox Youth Baseball camps are back in 2022, and registration is open now. 3 sessions this summer led by Orioles Hall of Famer and former Rookie of the Year Al Bumbry, along with former Baysox outfielder Stephen Bumbry. Kids will take part in in-depth on-field instruction and go head-to-head in camp-wide games at Prince George's Stadium. All campers get a free Baysox hat and a ticket to a Baysox game of their choice. Space is limited, so head to BaysoxShop.com and reserve your spot at a Baysox Youth Baseball camp today.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Leading off the inning for the Baysox.
Bottom of the second here at Prince George's Stadium, a scoreless game. Bowie sends middle 3 in the lineup up to the plate to face off with Tanner Burns. Burns faced the minimum in the first, but gave up a couple of base runners. He really relied on the defense of shortstop Jose Tena more than anything. Andrew Dashbach will lead it off. Hudson Haskin, Joey Ortiz to follow. First pitch. The right-hander checks his swing on a pitch high. They appeal and say he went. 0-1 to start on Dashbach, who's batting at a 195 clip this season with a 736 OPS, a double, 2 home runs, and 5 runs driven in. The 0-1. Slider tails too far down and away, and the count evens. Dashbach only 2 for 12 in this series overall. Burns just in his second season as a professional ball player. Made all of his appearances last year with High A Lake County, the 1-1. Slider hits the zone this time, middle, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Check that 1-2. Burns worked very short in his first start of the year against Erie, got knocked for a couple of runs. Only went 3 total innings as the 1-2 comes in and misses down. Sticking with the breaking stuff now as Dashbach evens the count at 2. Here's the next pitch. Dashbach watches away again, that time the fastball. They said it has a little bit of run to it, and it does. Slides a little bit over across the plate, especially it would go very far in on left-handers. Here's the payoff to Dashbach. Down and away for ball 4. Well, Dashbach has drawn all of his walks on full counts this season, and he fights back easily from a 1-2 count to draw his 11th free pass of the year. First for Tanner Burns today, 5th of the season for him. And now here's Hudson Haskin. Yeah, Burns did not see a full 2021 because of some elbow soreness. Missed a couple of turns through the rotation on the injured list, but made 18 starts for High A Lake County that year. Bumped up his overall stock in the process. First pitch to Hudson Haskin is called a strike on the lower outside corner. The fastball comes back, and it's 0-1. 417 average for Haskin, 1308 OPS. Both lead the team. 4 home runs tied for the team's lead, and 11 RBIs is still atop. Runner at first, nobody out here in the bottom of the second. 0-1 pitch. Called a strike. Fastball hits the corner again, and it's 0-2. Burns, as mentioned, an Alabama native, started a charitable foundation for his home state back in 2020. Good time to do it as hospital bills were becoming a very serious issue for plenty of families. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss on a pitch down and in. Haskin is down on 3 offerings, and that's the first strikeout for Tanner Burns today. 1 gone here in the bottom of the second.
Number 6, Ortiz.
It's called the 32 Foundation, Burns' charitable organization. Helps families pay for medical bills at the Children's Hospital of Alabama. Largely inspired by a young man, Hayden Qualls, cancer survivor who was a 5th grader that Burns met back in 2018 when he was pitching at Auburn. Here's Joey Ortiz, first pitch. Misses, no, call it for a strike on the inside edge. 0-1. Got a low hook there from Tom O'Neill behind home plate. He really takes a beat before tossing up that strike call. Runner at first, 1 away in the bottom of the second inning. 0-all. What the heck was that? He stepped, yeah, that's a serious balk. He stepped off the mound in a direction toward a pickoff, but then threw the ball home. I've never seen it happen in that capacity. A balk to Andrew Dashbach's advance to second. I'm still confused at what I just saw there. To be fair, my brain has lagged in moments like that where I try to do something, but then I still go back to what I was originally trying to do and mess everything up entirely. That's just what happened here. Here's the 0-1 to Ortiz. Called a strike, bottom edge of the zone. 95 on the fastball, and the count 0-2. Runner at second now with 1 away. Out of the stretch, he looks back, Dashbach at second, and fires the 0-2. It's a swing and a miss. Ortiz comes up empty on the high fastball, and he's down on 3 pitches. Back-to-back strikeouts on just 3 pitches for Tanner Burns. And now here's Dylan Harris. Harris on such an incredible run to start his AA career. Made 2 great plays away from the plate last night. Threw out a runner at home plate on a quick turn in the left field corner on what could have been a sacrifice fly. Basically threw it from his back foot. And then slid around a tag early on in the game to score the Baysox second run. He watches the first pitch come in for a called strike, a breaking ball. It's 0-1 to start. Harris, 9 for 16 to start his AA career. This is his 5th game. He's collected hits in each of the previous 4. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Called a strike, bottom edge, change up that time, and it's 0-2. Harris already has 3 doubles and 2 home runs. Again, everything he's done has come in this series. Against left-handers, too, he's 3 for 4. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a flare out to left field, running on it Escobedo, but he squares it up in front of the warning track, curls around, and brings it down. So the Baysox get a runner into scoring position with one out thanks to a walk and a balk, but they can't do anything with it. We go to the third here at Prince George's Stadium. We're scoreless between Bowie and Akron. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Come celebrate Mother's Day at Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, May 8th. Pre-game catch on the field, a special Field of Dreams opportunity, and a Mother's Day buffet for you and your mother. You can join in with the special events package at BaysoxShop.com. Scoreless game as we move to the third. Zach Peak back to work on the mound for Bowie. He fires a first pitch ball to Daniel Schneemann. It misses up and away. 1-0 to start. Schneemann, Victor Nova, then Jose Tena due up in this frame, 8-9-1. Next pitch bounced up the middle, a base hit. To the right side of the infield it snuck, but they were playing him harder to pull. That one was a little bit more of a straight shot, and Akron has their first hit of the day. That's only the second hit of the series for Daniel Schneemann. He's 2 for 15 in the set. Victor Nova steps in. He's had a very, very slow start to his year. First pitch, Nova watches a fastball miss wide. 1-0 to start. Back-to-back first pitch balls for Zach Peak. Wind pushing in from straightaway center now. On a very beautiful day at Prince George's Stadium. Here's the 1-0. Check swing. Pitch down and away. On appeal, he didn't go. 2-0. And again, it always bears repeating. This is one of the issues with AA only having 3 base umpires. Third base umpire, Jen Powell, is over at second base, so she can't really get a good read to see if a check swing may have broken the plane. Here's the 2-0. Misses up and in, and the count 3-0. First 3-ball count for Zach Peak since he walked Bo Naylor, and only the second overall. Next offering on its way to Nova. Fastball hits middle. 3 balls and a strike. Nova is without a hit this series or this season. The only time he's reached safely is when he's drawn 2 walks. He struck out 10 times within that mix. He's hit into 1 double play this year and hits it on the ground almost twice as often. Runner goes, pitches in the dirt for ball 4. It skips off of the glove of Maverick Handley as well, so nothing that could be done about it. The second walk of the day allowed by Zach Peak puts runners at first and second to open up the third inning.
Shortstop, Jose Tena.
Peak's outing was dictated by a lot of contact on Tuesday. Again, he allowed 3 consecutive runners to reach with 1 out in the first inning, but only 1 run across before he got out of it, and worked with a lot of contact across his 4 innings of total work. But he had a lot of time on the bench, and that's not been the case today as we're sitting scoreless. Leadoff man Victor Nova bunts the first pitch perfectly up the third base line. Scooped with the glove by Henderson. Sent to first and not in time. A bunt single perfectly sent up the line. It was a close one, but Tana beats it out and loads the bases here with nobody out in the third. That one was hugging the line. Didn't even touch the infield grass. It was on the dirt the entire time, but it wasn't spinning. So now here's George Valera, his first plate appearance with the bases loaded this season. As Peak comes set. First pitch. Check swing, misses down. Count opens at 1-0. This is the first time this year that Peak has allowed the bases to be loaded as well. Well, Tanya bunted on the first pitch he saw. Around that, Peak has now thrown 3 consecutive first pitch balls. Here's the 1-0. Inside, the slider misses. 2-0. Corner infielders pinched in for a potential play at the plate. Middle infielders would trade a double play for a run scored. Here's the 2-0. Called a strike, inside edge, the fastball hits. Valera was expecting the slider, but it didn't come. This season, Valera 3 for 6 with runners in scoring position, 2 runs driven in, 2 strikeouts to 5 walks. Here's the 2-1. Call a strike, high fastball, and the count evens at 2. Bases loaded here with nobody out in the top of the third, a scoreless game. Peak up to 38 pitches and a brief pause called as Peak steps off for his first of 2 allotted step-offs in this plate appearance. He comes set. Fires the next. Swing and a miss, he got him. A piece into the mid of the catcher Hanley, and Valera goes down on strikes for the second time today. 4th overall strikeout for Zach Peak. Not out of the woods just yet as he dances with Brian Rocchio now.
Second baseman, Brian Rocchio.
Rocchio has a pair of sacrifice flies with the bases loaded, but that's it. First pitch, switch hitter, fouls it off, back to the screen. Count begins at 0-1. It's been a big couple of months for Peak, turning things around through the offseason, coming into spring with the Orioles and starting with Double-A. Here's the 0-1, inside, nearly clipped him. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Peak said he was always trying to improve the way he kind of works on his lower half, the way his legs might move, his hips might move, and at the most his torso. The 1-1. Swinging a bouncing ball up the middle into center field, a base hit. Jordan Westberg dove for it, but came up empty. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. It's a 2 RBI single for Brian Rocchio to make it a 2-0 Akron lead. Schneemann and Nova the runs across. Jose Tena moves to second, and Brian Rocchio has 8 RBIs now on the season in his first pair of ribbies in this series. And again, it's been a lot of weak and soft contact against Peak, but just placed perfectly. The single by Schneemann was poked up the middle. The bunt single by Tena was on a dime of the third base foul line. As the first pitch to Will Brennan misses up and away. Count starts out at 1-0. And then Brian Rocchio's single just poked up the middle perfectly. Runner still in scoring position, only 1 out here in the third as Akron leads 2-0. Peak delivers the next. It's swung on and missed. Chasing on the upper inside fastball, count evens. Brennan 6 for 11 this season with runners in scoring position. 12 runs driven in. 1318 OPS. Only once has he struck out. 1-1. Misses away. 2 balls and a strike. I never actually got the chance to ask Zach Peak if he was serious about this, but one of the things that the Orioles have set up for these minor leaguers when it comes to the housing this season, one of the complexes they put them in has a very fun amenity. The 2-1 gets past Hanley and to the backstop. Runners advance. It was a fastball just a bit away, and that could go as a pass ball. I don't think Hanley really just got his glove too far out there.
Pass ball.
It will go as a passed ball. And it puts 2 into scoring position, takes away the potential double play, and sets things up now for Will Brennan to try and do something. Sets to a quick mound visit as well, as the Baysox will maybe get some action up going in their bullpen. We'll see. 3 balls and a strike. The entire infield steps in now, anticipating a play at the plate. Already 2 runs across in the inning for Akron. The 3-1 to Brennan. Swing and just a piece foul off of the catcher. Count fills. So one of the things I was mentioning it, one of the things that the Orioles got for the Baysox players when it comes to the amenities at the apartment complex that they secured, there's a golf simulator in the recreation area. Very nice. The payoff pitch, down and inside to ball 4. Brennan draws the second walk of the inning, 3rd overall from Peak, and it reloads the bases here with only 1 out. So out comes Josh Conway. A couple of great promotions coming up to Prince George's Stadium over the next couple of weeks. This is the last home game in April, but May is overloaded with Baysox games. You've got the 6-game series with Harrisburg, and then the 12-game homestand against Hartford and Erie. That starts on Tuesday, May 17th, and that features a bunch of promotions. The College Colors Night, along with Baysox Live Happy Hour. The Girl Scout Camp Out on Friday, May 20th. That requires a special ticket, so call ahead to the box office and the group sales department if you're interested in that. The Boots and Baseball Night on Saturday, May 21st. The Fiesta de Mayo on Sunday, May 22nd. I think that's the first time we'll see Cangrejos Fantasmas de Chesapeake, the Baysox alternate identity under minor league baseball's Copa de la Diversión. That is Sunday, May 22nd. So again, a very big set of home games coming to Prince George's Stadium next month as we play the final home game in April today. Meeting over, Peak to face Bo Naylor, who's 0 for 1 with the bases loaded this season. First pitch, slider called a strike on the outside edge of the zone. It's 0-1. Inning started with a flared single up the middle by Daniel Schneemann. Victor Nova drew a walk, and then Jose Tena laid down a perfect bunt single to load the bases. George Valera struck out. Brian Rocchio had a 2 RBI single, and then Will Brennan walked to reload them. The 0-1. Naylor watches away, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. I've been dancing around this whole story that I was telling, in that Zach Peak and a couple of the other pitchers were saying, but try going into that golf simulator and swinging lefty. See what happens, because that's how you work on the mound. The 1-1. Check swing. They appeal. Called a strike on the upper outside corner. They say he went. 1-2. Because for the right-handed pitchers, the way that their body twists and they move their hips and their torso, throwing with the right hand, it's similar to swinging with the left. The 1-2. Called strike 3. Got him with the fastball inside, and that's the 5th strikeout for Zach Peak. That's his 3rd backwards K. And there's 2 gone here in the 3rd with the bases still loaded. This is Marcos Gonzalez's first plate appearance with the bases loaded this season, and he watches a first pitch slider called for strike on the inside edge. So after that mound visit, it's back-to-back first pitch sliders from Peak and first pitch strikes. Here's the 0-1. That one misses too far out. Hanley had to pick the fastball away before it got to the backstop. It would have scored a run if it did. But the count goes even at 1. And that was a very interesting little note that Peak had said, almost in a joking way, but it helps with the range of motion stuff, and I imagine he picked that up recently. The 1-1 misses outside, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike on Gonzalez. Gonzalez flew out to right field in the second inning. He's 3 for 11 in this series with a home run when you include his flyout today. 2-1 pitch. Fouled off to the right side of the screen, and the count evens. Bases loaded, 2 away here in the top of the 3rd inning. A lengthy frame for Peak. And it looks to be Connor Loprich warming in the pen for Bowie. Right-hander has only made 2 appearances this year. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a high bouncer, backing up on it at first. Dashbach picks, underhands to Peak, covering, steps on the bag, and the inning is over. So the base is left loaded, but Akron does play to pair thanks to a 2 RBI single by Brian Rocchio. As we go to the bottom of the 3rd here at Prince George's Stadium, Akron takes a 2-0 advantage. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Nitro Circus is back with an all-new tour coming to Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, June 5th. Fueled by new athletes, new tricks, and the craziest contraptions, the Good, Bad, and Rad Tour presented by A-Shock marries the sketchy, scary, and cringe-worthy dangers of big air action sports to the hilarious comedy of Nitro's lunatic daredevils who risked their lives to send it. Bowie, it's going down at Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, June 5th. Tickets as low as $35 are on sale now at Baysox.com.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
It's a very special day at Prince George's Stadium on Saturday, June 18th that you don't want to miss. The Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration sponsored by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Fans that get to the game will have a chance to bid on game-worn Baysox jerseys, with all proceeds going to benefit the Clemente Foundation. Again, don't miss out on your chance to own a piece of Baysox history on Saturday, June 18th with the Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration, and you can get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Bottom of the 3rd inning here at Prince George's Stadium, a 2-0 Akron lead. Matt Sabatas with you from the ballpark in Bowie, as it'll be Zach Watson, Maverick Henley, and Adam Hall due up for the Baysox. Tanner Burns works out of the windup and fires the first pitch home to Watson and misses inside for a ball to start. Watson, a 175 average this season, a 477 OPS, a double, a triple, no homers, 3 runs driven in. Burns holds ball in glove, covers the entirety of his face, and fires the 1-0. It's a swinging strike. Little piece by Watson, but into the mid of the catcher. The 1-1 comes in. Slider hits the corner of the zone for a strike. It's 1-2. Yeah, that can be an intimidating little presence on the mound from Tanner Burns. Well, he is only 6 feet 180. He's a very muscular-looking fella, and he holds that glove to obstruct about as much of his face as possible. The 1-2 is popped up to first. Shallow, broken bat bump, and Watson is retired. Very soft one there, only 45 miles an hour off the bat. And now here's Maverick Handley. Righty on righty. First pitch home. Handley bounces it up the third baseline, but it rolls foul. Very slow roller where it's picked up in foul territory by Victor Nova, and it's 0-1 to start. Hanley only batting .045 this season, 1 for 9 in this series. He had a 3-run home run the other night for his only home run and his only runs driven in this year. 374 OPS, 9 strikeouts, 3 walks. As Burns kicks and deals the 0-1. Swing and a miss, high fastball. Count goes to 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Down and away, slides past the catcher, Naylor. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Very interested to see if the Baysox elect to make the pitching change between this inning and the 4th. They had Connor Loprich up and moving, the 1-2. Check swing, he went around, and the pitch in the dirt. And Hanley is down on strikes. That's the 3rd strikeout for Tanner Burns today.
Center fielder, Adam Hall.
Back to the top of the lineup and Adam Hall. First pitch home. Fastball misses away. Count starts out at 1-0. Hall singled in the first inning. So far, Bowie's only base hit as they trailed 2-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Hall was taken out on a fielder's choice. A great play by Jose Tena at short. Here's the 1-0. Slider swung on and missed away, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. So it will be interesting to see if Loprich comes out for the next inning. Zach Peak was laboring a bit, loaded the bases twice, but eventually got out of it. After a meeting on the mound, he got a backward strikeout and a ground out. Next pitch to Hall, called a strike on the outer edge. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now. Bases empty, 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Burns out of the windup. Winds and deals the next. It's a check swing, pitch up and away. That one getting up there in velocity, 96 miles an hour. We said it that Burns sits around 95 on the top, but he can pump up the gas a little bit when he's looking for that put-down pitch. 97 is usually where he maxes, the 2-2. That one misses away, only 95. And the count fills here with bases empty and 2 outs on Adam Hall. Here's the 3-2. Hall takes called strike 3 on the inside. He was up the line a quarter. That one risky. Hall has some departing words. Still has his head over his shoulder and finally turns heel back to the dugout. A tough swallow there, but the inning is over. A perfect 3rd for Tanner Burns with 2 strikeouts. We go to the 4th here at Prince George's Stadium. Baysox trail 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to baysox.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Fourth inning at Prince George's Stadium, a 2-0 Akron lead. Matt Sabatas with you. Zach Peak back on the mound for the Baysox. It was a question if he'd come back out after loading the bases twice in the third, but he got out of it with back-to-back outs to end the frame and strand them loaded. First pitch to Julian Escobedo is called a strike. Fastball hits middle down, and the count begins at 0-1. Escobedo was the only Akron batter that did not reach in the last half inning, or did not step up to the plate, I should correct. He fouls off this next one, and the count is 0-2. Next pitch, misses high. Fastball runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes here. Escobedo struck out looking back in the second inning. This is his only other plate appearance. He's batting 125 in this series. Coming into today's game, it's been a tough one. 1-2. Inside, brushed him off a tad, the fastball. That's what Peak is sticking with. And the count evens at 2. He made a brief stop at the top of the lineup. I think that was the third game. But he's been hovering around here between the 7 through 9 slots the rest of the series. 2-2 was popped up right side into mid-range outfield. Running on it a long way is the right fielder Haskin. He's the one to make the call and the catch. And there's 2 gone here in the 4th inning. Check that 1 gone here in the 4th inning. Daniel Schneemann steps up to bat.
Daniel Schneemann.
Beautiful day like this, just very distracting, it feels. First pitch to Schneemann. Misses down just a tad, 1-0 to start. Wind pushing in from straightaway center field still. The next pitch is called a strike. Fastball hits the upper outside corner. Count evens at 1. Again, one of the good things about Zach Peak is that he's not such a super hard thrower. He doesn't work his arm too much, but he just pounds the zone when things are working well for him. At the moment, things are a little bit here and there as he fires a pitch away. Count to 2 balls and a strike on Schneemann with bases empty and 1 out. Here's the next offering. Curveball bounced high. That's the Baltimore chop for you. Over toward short. Joey Ortiz grabs, fires to first, and it's in time. 6-3 put out, and there's 2 gone. Because that was pitch number 66 for Peak, but only 39 total strikes. He threw 61 pitches for 44 strikes against Akron on Tuesday. And then in his first start of the year against Binghamton, he threw 68 pitches with 49 strikes. Here's Victor Nova. First pitch is drilled high but shallow to right field. Running in on it, Haskin camps under it, settles, shades his eyes, and brings it down for a perfect 4th inning. We go to the bottom of the frame here at Prince George's Stadium. The Baysox still trail, though, 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Hey Baysox fans, if you've got a teacher or educator in your life that's meant a lot to you, or if you're one yourself, then you don't want to miss out on the Baysox Educator Appreciation Week from Tuesday, June 28th to Friday, July 1st. Teachers and educators who show a school ID at the Baysox ticket office will get 2 free tickets to a game of their choice between those days, all sponsored by Educational Systems Federal Credit Union. Again, it's Educator Appreciation Week at Prince George's Stadium, Tuesday, June 28th to Friday, July 1st.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Bottom of the fourth here at Prince George's Stadium. Bowie trails Akron 2-0. 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup set for the Baysox in this frame. Jordan Westberg, Gunnar Henderson, Andrew Dashbach, the trio. Matt Sabatis with you on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Connor Loprich is up and moving in the bullpen for Bowie, so we might see the end of Zach Peak today after he just fired a perfect fourth. Tanner Burns is back to work for Akron, and the first pitch is a called strike. Fastball hits the upper outside corner, 0-1 to start on Westberg. Westberg nearly hit into a double play in the first inning, but he beat it out, forced a fielder's choice. Got left at first base. The 0-1 lifted foul, right side out of play, 0-2. It's been a bit of a quiet series for Westberg. He's on a seasons-long 3-game hitless streak, and he's only batting .143 against the Ducks. Right-hander steps back into the batter's box to face righty Burns, who steps back, kicks high, fires the 0-2, and it's fouled off again to the right side. Of course, the story of the week throughout minor league baseball has been the pitch clock and how fans are enjoying it, how players and employees are needing to learn to adjust to it, and it has been an adjustment for just about everyone involved in working with the game. As the 0-2 pitch comes in, nubbed foul, in on the hands and back to the screen, count holds. Fellow broadcasters have said that there's less time to perhaps tell stories or get a full picture of events transpiring between pitches, or maybe reset a game that's happened as plate appearances just last less and less time. But it does speed up the action. As the 0-2 comes in, it's down, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Westberg. And again, for the players as well, it is obviously such a big, quick adjustment for them. They, especially batters, they don't have time to step out of the box and catch their breath sometimes. The 1-2, swinging a flare up the middle base hit. First hit for the Baysox since Adam Hall's single to lead off the bottom of the first. A needed hit for Westberg, breaks out of that 3-game hitless streak, and he opens the frame on base for Bowie. Here's Gunnar Henderson, hit into a double play his last time up. It was a thrilling one by Jose Tena at shortstop. Dove for the ball, threw it to second from his rump, and got the turn from Brian Rocchio to first. Righty on lefty, first pitch home. Henderson watches it down, 1-0 to open here. One of the guys who had made a very notable point when discussing the pitch clock a little was Zach Watson, is that it really shows the importance of conditioning for a player. The 1-0 misses down, and the count 2-0. Because say you fouled off a big heater and you put a lot of effort into the swing, you still don't get that much time to step out of the box and catch your breath. You need to be right back in. Here's the 2-0. Misses down and inside. 3 balls and no strikes on Henderson. This is only the third 3-ball count from Tanner Burns today, here in the 12th batter he's faced. Here's the 3-0, swing and a miss. Henderson had the green light, went chasing on a fastball down and in. So the count to 3-1. Next pitch from Burns. There goes Westberg. Pitches up and away for ball 4. Tag got him. Westberg's upset. He shouldn't be arguing. He's safe at second base. Westberg, what are you doing, man? He didn't realize it was a walk. He was arguing with Jen Powell about being called out and just begrudgingly walking back to the dugout. Oh, Jordan. Oh, goodness. That was a heated moment there. Fortunately, he didn't say anything that could have gotten him in trouble. That's the second walk given up by Tanner Burns. It took the crew chief, Edwin Jimenez, to talk him down, saying, hey, it was a walk. You're safe, dude. First pitch to Andrew Dashbach. Misses down and away. Count starts out at 1-0. That conditioning point I was making earlier, Henderson did show an example of it. He took a big swing and a miss on that 3-0 offering, stepped out to catch his breath, and quickly had to step back in before he realized that he didn't have too much time. 0-1 pitch is cut on and missed by Dashbach, and the count already 0-2. Out of the stretch. Burns delivers the 0-2. Dashbach watches slider, tail down and away. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes here. With runners in scoring position this season, Dashbach only 1 for 5, but he has driven in 3 runs. Here's the 1-2. Misses away. And the count goes even at 2. I just saw this note on Burns. Reminded me of something that happened in the Binghamton series, too. He's from Alabama, and he lives near Tuscaloosa. His family is full of Alabama fans, and he was originally committed to play for the Tide, but after their head coach resigned, he went and played for Auburn. That kind of befuddles me, as the 3-1 to Dashbach misses down low for ball 4. So back-to-back walks from Burns as Dashbach draws his second of the day. That's actually Andrew's first walk drawn on something other than a full count. And it's going to lead to a meeting on the mound. Care's around the corner at Patient First. Urgent care that's open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. Every Patient First has on-site labs, x-rays, and prescription drugs. Patient First, the name fits. There's an arm up and walking around in the bullpen for Akron. Throwing a bit against the wall, looks to be Andrew Miziazik as this meeting continues. But I found that note to be kind of funny, and it reminded me of, I believe it was Alec Cassana started 2 games for Binghamton when the Baysox made the trip up to New York just last week. Cassana, a native of Lawrence, Kansas, of course, where KU is, but he went to Mizzou, their border rival there. Even though now that Mizzou is in the SEC, that rivalry has taken a very sharp dip in, well, just overall consistency. I don't think they've played, except for a basketball game this past season, since Mizzou had moved to the Southeastern Conference. Meeting over, Hudson Haskin into the batter's box. First pitch is popped up to right field and shallow. Will Brennan running in a long way. The first baseman making the call and sliding in for the catch in foul territory. Tagging from third and coming home to score is Westberg. The throw comes in just late and Westberg slides under it. The Baysox get on the board on the sacrifice fly. It's 1-0. Haskin's team leading 12th RBI of the season. Both runners behind Westberg advance, and the tying run is 90 feet away with just 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's Joey Ortiz. Righty on righty as Burns can work out of the windup again. First pitch. Called a strike on the lower outside corner. With runners at second and third, can't imagine any stolen base opportunities here, so Burns can get into his rhythm again out of the wind. The next pitch misses down, however, and the count evens at 1. Ortiz 4 for 14 this season with runners in scoring position, but an .813 OPS. He's driven in 8 runs. Only problem is 6 strikeouts to just 1 walk. Second and third, 1 away. Henderson at third, Dashbach at second. The 1-1 to Ortiz is flared foul the other way, and out of play to run the count to 1-2. You can tell Jordan Westberg has had a lot of energy over the past couple of days, especially now that he broke out of that slump. Didn't want to be thrown out on the base paths. Was very frustrated at the concept of it. Sprinted home to score the first run. The 1-2 fouled off again right side. Gets out of play, and the count holds. So arms going in both bullpens at the moment. Misiazik for Akron. Connor Loprich still for Bowie. As Ortiz is back in the box now. 1-2 pitch set to come home from Tanner Burns. Here it is. High. The fastball runs the count even at 2. Dashbach a very short lead off of second base. Same with Henderson at third. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Chasing on a slider down and away. Ortiz is down on strikes for the second time today. 5th strikeout for the right-hander Burns, and that's at a critical time. Takes away a sacrifice fly. And now Dylan Harris up. Harris flew out to left field back in the second inning. Trying to continue what's been such an incredible opening to his Double-A career. Third base pinched in, first pitch. Harris watches high. 1-0 to open. Harris is hitting .500 against right-handed pitchers, 6 for 12 even, 1571 OPS. As the 1-0 comes in, and it misses down to run the count to 2-0. But despite Harris's great numbers to start the year, 9 for 16, 9 for 17 overall, including today. 2 homers, 4 runs driven in. He's not actually collected a hit with runners in scoring position. He's 0 for 2. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Chased a high fastball, 2-1. Lefty Misiazik is taking his time warming up at this point because now with 2 outs, if a run comes across, he'll probably come in and can finish up there. As the 2-1 comes in, it's swung on, just nicked into the mid of the catcher, and the count evens at 2. And if Burns gets out of it, of course, Misiazik will have as much time as he needs. Series finale this Sunday afternoon. The Baysox trying to make it 5 out of 6. They've already won the series. The 2-2 pitch to Harris is swung on and bounced to the right side. Ranging on it and picking at the chest is Brian Rocchio. He sidearms it to Gonzalez at first and ends the inning. Baysox strand the tying and go-ahead run in scoring position. As we go to the 5th here at Prince George's Stadium, Akron still leads. It's 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry. Visit our website at steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org, and let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Hey, coffee lovers. Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. Ah, the freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast, Royal Farms.
Number 32, Connor Lopridge.
Fifth inning here at Prince George's Stadium, a 2-1 Akron lead. Matt Sabatis with you from the ballpark in Bowie as the Baysox send a new hurler to the mound. Connor Lopridge takes over. The line on Zach Peak is final, and he's in line for a loss unless the Baysox can tie this game. Tell you about it in just a second as Lopridge gets set to face off with Jose Tena. First pitch is popped up, third base side, very high, and getting out to left field. Dylan Harris has a long time to range under it, and he finally brings it down. That one just kept carrying and carrying, but about 10 feet in front of the warning track, it's a routine flyout. So one gone. The line on Zach Peak, 4 innings even. He gave up 3 hits and 2 runs, both earned, struck out 5, walked 3, did not allow any home runs. But again, he's in line for a loss as the Baysox trail 2-1. If they can tie or take the lead, it would take him off the record. Here's George Valera. First pitch, a swinging piece. Bounced off of home plate. 0-1 to start. Valera 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Lopridge comes in for his 3rd appearance of the season. A 6'3", 215-pound right-hander. Traded to the Orioles organization from Pittsburgh back in 2020. 0-1 pitch. Misses down, a fastball, count evens. Lopridge was traded for, if not mistaken, some international draft pool money after being initially drafted by the Pirates as a reliever in 2019. Next pitch misses down and in, and the count goes to 2-1 on Valera. Bases empty, 1 away here in the top of the 5th inning, a 2-1 Akron lead. Here's the next. Breaking ball, hits the zone, top half, and the count evens. Lopridge on the season with Bowie. He's made 2 appearances. He's without a record, but has a bit of an inflated ERA from his first 2 outings. He's gone a combined 3 1/3 innings and allowed 9 earned runs. Here's the 2-2, swinging a bouncing ball over to short. Charging and scooping is Ortiz from the shoelaces, and he sends it on to first in time for the 6-3 putout. 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Lopridge's trouble so far this year has been the long ball. He gave up 3 home runs in his first outing of the season to Binghamton. That was a career high for him, and then he gave up another home run while giving up 5 earned runs to the Rubber Ducks back on the 19th. That was Tuesday, the opener of this series. He gave up the home run to Valera, who he just got to ground out. Here's Brian Rocchio, switch hitter bats left and whiffs at the first offering, a breaking ball down. Count begins at 0-1. Rocchio drove in Akron's 2 runs in the 3rd inning with a single bounced up the middle. The 0-1 pitch, called a strike, middle in, and the count goes to 0-2. Rocchio did it with the bases loaded. Zach Peak loaded the bases again after a walk, but after a mound visit, he got a strikeout looking at a ground out, retired the final 5. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a crushed ball out to right field. Haskin backing up on it, but has it squared. Still backpedaling, he pulls it down before turning the corner and stopping on the warning track. Hard hit ball, but another fly out, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Connor Lopridge out of the bullpen. We're halfway home at Prince George's Stadium. Akron leads Bowie 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Be sure to get to the ballpark on Friday, June 17th for a jam-packed night of promotions and fun at Prince George's Stadium. It all starts with fireworks presented by DCA Imaging Systems. It's our mother and son night out with special ticket packages available at BaysoxShop.com. And most importantly, it's the Scouts BSA Campout. When you purchase a special ticket, you and your scout can camp out in the outfield at Prince George's Stadium after the game. It all happens on Friday, June 17th, so find out more and get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With two of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
The Baysox have the first ever Catterday event coming to Prince George's Stadium next month. Sunday, May 29th, the first 500 fans through the gates 13 and older will get a Catterday t-shirt presented by the city of Bowie. And you're welcome to bring your cat to the game as long as they're either in a case or carrier or on a leash. But the first Catterday, Sunday, May 29th. We're on to the bottom of the fifth here at Prince George's Stadium. A 2-1 game, Akron leads. Tanner Burns back to work after dancing around trouble in the fourth. The first pitch to Zach Watson is a big swinging strike on an inside fastball. 0-1 to start it out. Watson is 0 for 1, popped out to the first baseman on what seemed to be a broken bat little nub back in the third inning. Next pitch home from the right-hander Burns is swung on and missed. A high fastball this time, 0-2. 70 pitches even for Burns. First two starts, that was just about where he finished. So Watson could be one of the last batters he faces. If not Watson, then up toward Adam Hall, Maverick Hanley around those. The next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Watson is down on 3 pitches as Burns picks up his 6th strikeout. But again, Andrew Miziazik has been warming up since about middle of the top of the fourth, when the Baysox had the bases loaded. They brought in a run on a sacrifice fly by Hudson Haskin, but then 2 quick outs by Burns ended the threat. Here's Maverick Hanley, the catcher. First pitch nearly clips him. He says it did, but the home plate umpire doesn't agree. Hanley was about 2.5 steps up the line. Says his piece and just gets back into the box. See, that's another little wrinkle with the pitch clock this season, is that you don't really get a chance to argue the 1-0. Spoiled foul, right side and out of play. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Because if you're spending too much time arguing outside of the box, the umpire could just say, hey, here's an auto strike call. You've got to get in the box. Bases empty. 1 away here in the bottom of the fifth. 1-1 pitch. Misses high, the fastball. Count goes to 2-1. Akron scored both of their runs in the third inning on a bases-loaded 2 RBI single by Brian Rocchio. Put a bit of a scare into Zach Peak there as the next pitch to Hanley misses up and in. Count goes to 3 balls and a strike. And then the Baysox got their run across in the fourth after a single and a pair of walks to open the frame, then a sacrifice fly by Hudson Haskin. 3-1 pitch. Hanley watches down and away for ball 4. He was a little hesitant getting out of the box before finally tossing the bat and shedding the protectors. But that's the 4th walk given up by Tanner Burns today, matching the 4 he'd fired over his previous 8 1/3 innings this season. And it's going to lead to a change. Ruglis Odor is out of the dugout. Burns will not see the lineup for a third time. As Adam Hall is set to step into the box, Andrew Miziazik is set to take the mound for Akron. We'll tell you about the pitching change after this. Baysox trailing 2-1 here in the bottom of the fifth. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
We're here in the bottom of the fifth, a 2-1 Akron lead, and as the Rubber Ducks make a pitching change, Andrew Miziazik steps to the mound. Adam Hall will step into the box, but we might have to be in a delay. It all depends because the video board in left field is malfunctioning, and you cannot see the count or the outs total, and sometimes that is required. The umpires have not made an official call on it. It looks like we're good to go. Adam Hall steps in. The first pitch is a swinging strike to start. 0-1 on a pitch away, a breaking ball for Miziazik. The line on Burns is not yet final. He's taking a no decision no matter what, but he went 4 1/3 innings, gave up 2 hits and an earned run. Next pitch misses away. Count goes even and a ball and a strike on Hall. Burns could see that run total jump up to 2. Runner at first belongs to him. He struck out 6 and walked 4. Here's the next pitch. Popped up foul, right side. That one will slice out of play, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Hall. Ball and 2 strikes here as Hall's riding a 1-for-2 day. Singled in the first, got taken out on a fielder's choice. Next pitch misses up and away, a fastball. And the count goes even at 2. Runner at first, 1 away. Next pitch inside, nearly clips him. Fills it up. Hall this season, 2 for 4 on full counts. 1464 OPS. He's walked more than he struck out. And a pickoff back to first. First of 2 allotted PAs. Here's the payoff. Hall spoils it foul right side. Count stays full. Wynn pushing in at a marginal clip in from right field. So left-hander Miziazik sets and fires another 3-2. It's fouled off again right side, and the count holds. Miziazik making his 5th appearance of the season. He's 1-0 and has not allowed an earned run yet this year, over 7 2/3 innings. He's not walked a batter either, 13 strikeouts. He's inherited 2 runners, and neither have scored. In a moment called as Hall steps out to adjust his batting gloves. get his glasses back on, and step back in. Lefty Misiazik sets, fires another 3-2, and it's swung on and missed. A high curveball, and that's a strikeout for Misiazik for the second out of the frame. First for him, seventh for Akron pitching so far, and here's Jordan Westberg. Misiazik is a 6'2", 215-pound, 24-year-old left-hander from Weymouth, Mass., drafted in the 32nd round of the 2019 draft from Northeastern. Here's Westberg. First pitch, called a strike. Changeup hits the lower outside corner. 0-1 to start. Westberg is 1 for 2. Singled and scored Bowie's only run in the fourth inning as the Baysox trail now 2-1. Next pitch, driven high to the right field corner. On to foul ground goes Will Brennan, and he'll just barely run out of room over the fencing just to the right side of the Baysox bullpen. It's 0-2. Misiazik sets. Fires the 0-2, and it's nubbed into right center field. Hanging up a while for the right fielder, Will Brennan, who's able to close the gap and bring it down. So the Baysox get the tying run aboard once again, but they strand him at first base as we go to the sixth at Prince George's Stadium. Bowie trails 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. There's plenty to catch in the month of May with fireworks every home Saturday. Hope to see you there.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Will Brennan.
Sixth inning here at Prince George's Stadium. Baysox trail 2-1. Connor Lopridge is back on the mound for Bowie. He faces Will Brennan to start and fires a first pitch ball away. 1-0. Lopridge worked a perfect fifth inning for Bowie. Got a couple of pop-outs and a ground out. Kept it clean as the next pitch misses inside, and the count goes to 2-0 on Brennan. 0 for 1 day for him. He drew a walk back in the third inning, was left stranded. Next offering from Lopridge has bounced foul, first base side. Count goes to a ball and two balls and a strike now. After Brennan, it's Bo Naylor, then Marcos Gonzalez. Next pitch, driven high and deep out to right center field. Hall racing on it at the track, at the wall. He squares it up and braces with the wall to make the catch. One gone and a great read by Adam Hall in center field. And it's 4 in a row retired by Connor Loprich to start the night.
Catcher, Bo Naylor.
Here's Naylor, first pitch. Swing and a miss. Chases on a breaking ball down. And the count begins at 0-1. Naylor struck out looking back in the third inning. He walked in the second and stole second base, was left there. Here's the 0-1. Curveball from Loprich misses away, and the count evens. It's a 4-pitch offering from Loprich, 4-seam fastball, then a slider, a curve, and a change. Right-hander sets, steps back, kicks high, fires the 1-1, and it slides too far inside. 2 balls and a strike on Naylor. It was just the second double-A pitch he threw. That Loprich ran into those home run troubles, gave up 3 to Binghamton. That second pitch was a solo home run by Ronnie Mauricio for the Ponies. Next pitch misses away, and the count 3 balls and 1 strike on Naylor. It was the Baysox 9-4 loss, one of their only 2 losses in that shortened 5-game series with the Rumble Ponies. 3-1 pitch, grounded hard to the right side, a base hit. It froze Andrew Dashbach at first. He was stuck between going to cover first or going for the ball, and he stood still on it. 1-out single for Naylor, his first hit of the day, 4th of the series. And here's Marcos Gonzalez. Baysox trail 2-1 here in the top of the 6th inning. 4 hits for Akron, 2 hits for Bowie, no errors. First pitch to Gonzalez, fouled off right side. Count begins at 0-1. Gonzalez riding an 0-for-2 day, grounded out to the second baseman in the third, flew out to right field in the second. Here's the 0-1. Popped up, right side, foul ground. Dashbach took a second to find it, and he ranges toward it, but runs out of room. That one hung up just long enough to get about 3 rows deep into the seats. So the count moves to 0-2 on Gonzalez. Loprich sets, looks back the runner at first briefly, and fires the 0-2 as the runner goes. The pitch is down and in. The throw from his knees is off the glove of the second baseman Westberg into center field. On to third base goes Naylor after picking up his second stolen base of the day and 4th of the season. Yeah, Hanley threw that one from his knees, and it bounced in slightly to Westberg, and where it bounced made it difficult to scoop. So the entire infield will play in now as the double play is out of the equation, and the run stands at third. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a bouncing ball to third, but foul. Count holds on Gonzalez, who is 2 for 7 this season with runners in scoring position, and that includes an 0 for 2 today. Both of his plate appearances had runners at second or third, and he came up empty twice. 1-2 misses inside, and the count goes even. Again, still a very beautiful day here at Prince George's Stadium. Not even a wisp of cloud to be seen. As the 2-2 comes home, it's a breaking ball, bounced foul again, third base side. Gonzalez well far ahead of all of these curves from Connor Loprich. As Loprich sets, looks runner at third on, stares at his glove, kicks and fires the 2-2. It's down and away to fill it up. Gonzalez 0 for 2 on full counts this year, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Loprich would prefer the latter. As the right-hander deals the payoff, it's spoiled foul on a line to the right side and out of play. Count stays full on this lengthy plate appearance that will see its 7th pitch. Here's the 3-2, down and away, ball 4. First walk given up by Lopritch. 4th overall for Baysox pitching, and it puts them at the corners. It does put the double play ball back in effect, so middle infielders can play a beat back. Julian Escobedo, though, he's more common to hit it into the air than on the ground. It's very close to an even 1-1 split, but still just a little bit more often in the air, and he's not hit into a double play yet this season. Righty on lefty, Escobedo is 0 for 2 with a strikeout looking and a flyout. First pitch. Misses high, the breaking ball from Lopritch, 1-0 to start. Escobedo 0 for 9, including today with runners in scoring position. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, but he has driven in 2 runs on sacrifices, 1-0. This one could be a sacrifice into shallow left field. Running on it a long way is Gunnar Henderson, or Joey Ortiz, rather. He slides and pulls it down. No sacrifice. Runners stay put. Key play there for the second out of the frame.
Designated hitter, Daniel Schneeman.
That pitch, a hanging curve. Down and away on the lefty and just barely bopped out to the left side. Sets up a big chance here for Lopritch to avoid allowing anything else for Akron. 2-1 Baysox trail. Middle infield plays at the same depth, regular depth for the corner infielders, as this first pitch is grounded over to second by Schneeman. Westberg picks, sidearms to first, and it's there in time. Inning comes to a close as Lopritch escapes the jam. We move to the bottom of the 6th at Prince George's Stadium. Bowie still trails 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the D.C. area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Henderson.
Bottom of the 6th here at Prince George's Stadium. Back to a low-scoring affair this afternoon. 2-1 Baysox trail, but they could easily break through for something if any of the next 3 get a hold of one. Gunnar Henderson leads off and fouls off the first pitch he sees to the left side. It's 0-1 to start. Matt Sabatis with you from Prince George's Stadium as Henderson is 0 for 1 in the day. Hit into a double play in the first inning. Drew a walk in the 4th, part of a bases-loaded situation, but was left at 3rd. Next pitch misses down, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. It's Henderson, Dashbach, then Haskin. Andrew Miziazik is back to work. Again, his 5th appearance. He's now gone 8 1/3 total innings this season without allowing an earned run. Next pitch misses down, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike on Henderson. Still a big chance for him to maybe go 3 consecutive games with a home run with how much he's been hitting the ball. The 2-1 ripped up the line at first. If he was just a little bit later on that one, that'd be a base hit. But that's what I was talking about right there with how much he just screeches through the box. A 105-mile-an-hour shot that just went foul. Evens the count at 2. Here's the 2-2. Late swing, pushed foul, third base side, into the netting. Count holds. Baysox trailing 2-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Trying to take 5 of 6 from Akron, already having won the series. Lefty Misiazic kicks and fires the 2-2. Check swing, he went on a pitch in the dirt. Bo Naylor tags as quickly as he could. And Henderson doesn't argue with it too much. He thought he probably went around. That's the second strikeout for Misiazic today. 8th overall for Akron pitching. It's been a tough series in terms of strikeouts at the plate for Bowie as well. Here's the first pitch to Andrew Dashbach. Misses away. Count starts at 1-0. Next pitch, a check swing, down and in. He didn't go around, and the count goes to 2-0. It's been a very patient day at the plate for Andrew Dashbach. He's drawn 2 walks. He's gotten to second base both times, but no further. Misiazic delivers the 2-0. Up and away. Dashbach really hasn't had much of an issue just laying off of the zone this afternoon. Most strikeouts on the team at 26, second most in the organization last season. But he's still got some very sublime discipline. Here's the 3-0. Ripped up the line but foul at third. He turned on that one quick for a 106-mile-an-hour juice. And the count goes to 3-1. Bases empty, 1 away. The 3-1 from Misiazic is down low, ball 4. So Andrew Dashbach just doesn't feel like swinging the bat, or he's seeing the ball a little bit better, but whatever the case, he's drawn 3 walks today for a new career high.
Right fielder, Hudson Haskin.
He drew a pair of walks the other day on Wednesday, but he stepped to the plate 3 times and gotten the free pass in all 3. So here's Hudson Haskin, tying run aboard again, and the first pitch is a swinging strike on a fastball outside. 0-1 to start. Haskin has been known to chase on the first offering lately. First pitch he saw in the 4th inning was lifted out toward right field for a sacrifice fly. Next pitch, nicked foul, back to the screen, and it's already 0-2. Overall, he's 0 for 1 on the day with the RBI. Dashbach at first, again with lefty on the mound, not much that he will try to do. And he hasn't even attempted a stolen base this year, but so many pitchers have tried to keep him honest. It's always caught me as funny for him of all people. 0-2 pitch. Down and in. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. And Dashbach never really seems like the aggressive type on the base paths, just aggressive in his fielding and his work at the plate more than anything. But that's not going to stop pitchers, I suppose. Here's the 1-2 to Haskin. Swinging a rope bouncer over toward short, picked on a hop by Tana. Backpedaling, he fires to second for 1, and the turn to first is in time. My goodness, the shortstop play from Jose Tana today has been sublime. Major league level. And it's another double play to end the inning. We move to the 7th here at Prince George's Stadium on the 6-4-3 turn. Baysox still trail 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox. Open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
It's the largest Bark in the Park event of the year on Sunday, April 24th, as the Baysox play Akron. Not only do you get to bring your furry friend to the ballpark, you can enjoy interactive exhibits and vendors from the local community. And if you've been thinking about getting a dog, you can find a new best friend at an adoption event during the game. Tickets available now for Bark in the Park on Sunday, April 24th at 301-464-4865 and online at baysox.com.
Seventh inning action here at Prince George's Stadium. 2-1 ball game as Connor Lopridge gets back to work. He rocks and deals the first pitch to Victor Nova. It's a called strike on a check swing lower outside corner, or check that, a ball, 1-0. Nova drew a walk in the third inning, scored as part of both of Akron's runs when Brian Rocchio drove them both in. This next pitch popped up to center. A long run in for Adam Hall, but he closes the gap quickly and makes the play. Fly out to center field starts it in the 7th, and it goes back to the top of the lineup and Jose Tena. Excellent work out of the bullpen for Connor Lopridge at the moment. Did give up a couple of base runners, and an error pushed one to third base in the 6th, but he got out of it with an infield pop-up and a ground out to second base. First pitch to the leadoff man, Tena, misses away. And the count begins at 1-0. Tena had a perfectly placed bunt single in the 3rd that was a big help for Akron's 2-run frame. It loaded the bases as Tena fouls off this next offering. Count evens at a ball and a strike. All of that was against Zach Peak with nobody out. Peak got a strikeout, but then Brian Rocchio's 2 RBI single up the gut brought us to where we are now, 2-1. 1-1, lined over to short, over the leaping grab of Joey Ortiz into center field, a base hit. That's a toughie. I feel as if Gunnar Henderson was at short. He might have been able to have the vertical for it. Ortiz, 5'11", Henderson, 6'2". As Tena picks up his second hit of the day, 7th overall in the series. And George Valera steps in. But again, Lopridge is coming out for his 3rd inning of work. This is already his longest appearance with Bowie this season since he's recorded an out in this frame. First pitch to Valera is called a strike on the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. Valera is 0 for 3. Grounded out his last time up, struck out twice. If he hits it to shortstop again like he did in the 5th against Lopridge, that could end the inning. Would be a good turn for Bowie. Runner goes, pitch is up and away for a ball, throw to second in time, and the tag applied. A rip down to second base from Maverick Hanley. The caught stealing goes 2-6 as Ortiz applies the tag, and Tena is caught stealing for the first time this season. Hanley has now nabbed 2 of 5, check that, 3 of 5 potential base stealers this year. The 1-1 ripped up the line at first, but foul. A little too much hook on it as it makes a loud clang off of the Baysox clubhouse in the right field corner. 106 miles an hour on that foul ball. It's just a 78-mile hanging curve down and in on the lefty Valera. But it runs the count to 1-2 and gives Lopridge the opportunity to pick up the strikeout. Pitch home, down and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Base is now empty after the 1-out single. Now 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. A 2-1 ball game. Baysox only have 2 hits. Akron has 5. Loprich has the quick sign from Hanley and delivers the 2-2. Down and in, and the count fills. I was thinking about this a little bit earlier, something we could maybe discuss in the next half inning of defense for Bowie. See how this plate appearance goes. As the payoff comes into Valera, it's bounced up the middle under the legs of Loprich. Sliding grab in the shallow outfield by Ortiz. From his knees, throws to first. And he got him! Oh, what a play by Joey Ortiz! 6-3 spinorama put out for Ortiz, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down with that single in the caught stealing. And as we go to the bottom of the 7th, it's stretch time at Prince George's Stadium. The Baysox trail 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Bottom of the 7th here at Prince George's Stadium. Baysox still trailing by just 1. Andrew Miziazik is back on the mound for the Rubber Ducks, and the first pitch he fires to Joey Ortiz is called a ball away. Writer for the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, Derek Gould, calls this the as so often happens, a defender making an excellent play in the field, following it up at the plate for the next half inning. Next pitch to Ortiz is called a strike. He checked his swing on a pitch down and in, and they say he went. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Ortiz, Dylan Harris, then Zach Watson due up here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Next pitch. Called a strike in the lower outside corner, and it's 1-2. Ortiz is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts today. Miziazik out for his second full inning of work, fires the next. It's a check swing by Ortiz. They appeal this time. He didn't go. Down and in. Nick Enright on the mound, warming for the Rubber Ducks. And Nolan Hoffman up and tossing for the Baysox, so each side getting an arm loose. As the count holds at 2 on Ortiz, Miziazik fires the next, and it's slapped up the line. First base side toward the corner, in for a base hit. One hops the wall, but it's going to go down as a single. Picked cleanly on the rocket by Will Brennan and ripped back into the infield. But a leadoff base hit for Joey Ortiz. That's his first hit of the day, 5th of the series, and he's got hits in back-to-back games.
Left fielder, Dylan Harris.
Puts the tying run aboard for the Baysox yet again. They've had the tying run on base in each of the last 4 innings, including at third back in the 4th. But they still trail 2-1. Here's Dylan Harris. First pitch misses down. The count starts out at 1-0. Harris still looking for his first hit today to extend his hitting streak. 4 consecutive games to start his AA career. The 1-0 pitch, middle. Call it for strike 1 and the count evens. Runner at first, nobody out with a lefty on the mound. 1-1. Curveball misses too far inside. That one didn't break as much. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Again, Misiazic is coming on for his second appearance of the series. His first came back in the Baysox 5-0 shutout win. But Misiazic was stellar out of the pen in that one. The 2-1 pitch. High, ball 3. That plant foot didn't look to plant properly for Misiazic. As the count goes to 3-1. Misiazic came out of the pen, gave up 1 base hit, but faced the minimum while striking out 7 total, including the last 3 he faced. 3 1/3 innings. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Harris went chasing, tried to pull it back, but couldn't. So the count fills here with runner at first and nobody out. Payoff pitch is swung on and missed, down and away for strike 3. So Harris is down on strikes. The first time today he's been out swinging. 3rd strikeout for Misiazic. 9th overall for Akron pitching, but it looks like we should see the change. Rugos Odor is out of the dugout as Zach Watson will step to the box. A new pitcher will step to the mound. We'll tell you about him after this as the Baysox trail 2-1 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey Baysox fans, On the Green Inc. is a proud sponsor of the Baysox and is celebrating 25 years of providing custom lawn care and pest control programs with guaranteed results for residential and commercial lawns. Mention this ad and receive a discount on your first lawn care or pest control service. Enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Inc. Visit our website at onthegreeninc.com or call 410-695-0444. Let's go Baysox and On the Green Inc., your lawn care team.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to baysox.com.
New pitcher on the mound for Akron as we continue with the bottom of the 7th inning. Andrew Misiazic departs. His line not closed. Runner at first belongs to him. But at the moment, he tosses 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, could go to 1 run. Struck out 3 batters and walked 1. He could be the winning pitcher depending on how things go. At this point, it's official score's discretion as Akron leads Bowie 2-1. Nick Enright, the new hurler on the mound for the Rubber Ducks. He's a 6'3", 205-pound, 25-year-old right-hander out of Enrico, Virginia, drafted in the 20th round of the 2019 draft from Virginia Tech. Enright makes his 5th appearance of the season, 2nd of the series, and he tangles now with Zach Watson. First pitch misses inside. Breaking ball starts the count out at 1-0. Watson is 0 for 2 on the day, struck out swinging back in the 5th inning. He popped out to the first baseman in the 3rd. Runner at first, 1 away, 1-0 pitch. Watson watches slider tail down, and the count goes to 2-0. Enright overall in the year, 1-0, has not allowed an earned run in 6 innings of work. He struck out 8 batters, walked none. He's a perfect 2 for 2 in save opportunities. This is a save opportunity if he can finish out the final 2 2/3. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball up and in on Watson. Count goes to 2-1. This is the first time all season that Enright has inherited a runner. That's Andrew Dashbach over at first base. Rather, Joey Ortiz over at first base, who singled to open the frame. Here's the 2-1. Up and in. Twists Watson around while trying to avoid it. 3 balls and a strike now. Enright, a 3-pitch offering, a fastball, a curveball, and a slider. Out of his first 4 appearances, he is put down all 4 of the first batters he's faced. The 3-1 is spoiled foul right side as the count fills. Very busy across the Cleveland organization last season. Made 11 appearances for High A Lake County and then joined the Rubber Ducks for the second half of the year. Tossed 2 scoreless innings against the Baysox earlier. The 3-2 is swung on a miss for strike 3. Runner goes. The throw to second is in time. Strike him out, throw him out as Ortiz is caught stealing on his first stolen base attempt of the year. Bo Naylor has only allowed 1 steal this season on 5 attempts. So the strikeout for Enright and the throw out by Naylor ends the inning. The Baysox come up empty after getting the leadoff single. We go to the 8th. Bowie still trails 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Baysox Youth Baseball Camps are back in 2022, and registration is open now. 3 sessions this summer led by Orioles Hall of Famer and former Rookie of the Year, Al Bumbry, along with former Baysox outfielder Stephen Bumbry. Kids will take part in in-depth on-field instruction and go head-to-head in camp-wide games at Prince George's Stadium. All campers get a free Baysox hat and a ticket to a Baysox game of their choice. Space is limited, so head to BaysoxShop.com and reserve your spot at a Baysox Youth Baseball Camp today.
Eighth inning here at Prince George's Stadium. A new pitcher takes the mound for Bowie. It's Nolan Hoffman. First pitch to Brian Rocchio is a squared bunt foul. Weak contact there as it rolls very foul to the left side, and the count begins at 0-1. After Rocchio, it's Will Brennan, then Bo Naylor. 3, 4, and 5 due up in this half inning for the Rubber Ducks as the Baysox trail 2-1 here in the top of the 8th. 0-1 pitch. Slider, bounce foul right side. Count 0-2. New pitcher on the mound, Hoffman. Connor Lopridge calls it a day. A very good one in relief. 3 innings, a season's high. 2 hits with no runs, no strikeouts, though, and 1 walk. But again, scoreless work, so no issue. Here's the next pitch. Rocchio nearly takes that one on the shoulder. He slides out of the way. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now. As Hoffman steps in for his 4th appearance of the season with the Baysox, 2nd this series. Here's the 1-2. Slider fouled off left side, and the count holds. Nolan Hoffman, a 6'4", 190-pound right-hander. He was the first overall selection in the Rule 5 draft this past December. Used to be in the Seattle organization for multiple seasons. fires home the 1-2. Swinging a liner right towards second, picked on a bounce by Westberg from the outfield grass. He uprights and fires to first base. So one gone here in the 8th inning, and now steps Will Brennan. Hoffman on the year with Bowie has made 3 appearances and gone 1-0.
Right fielder, Will Brennan.
ERA a little inflated because he's only tossed 3 1/3 total innings and allowed 3 earned runs. He's struck out 3, walked 1, has not allowed a home run. Here's Will Brennan. First pitch misses down. Count begins at 1-0. Brennan 0 for 2 on the day. He drew a walk in the 3rd inning, got stranded at first base. Here's the 1-0. Called a strike on the inside edge. Count evens at 1. Hoffman picked up the win back in the opener of this series. It was on the 19th. Again, Bowie did not get a full 5 out of their starter. Next pitch, check swing, low in the zone. Call it for ball 2. Yeah, since Bowie did not get 5 innings from their starter that day, the win went to the reliever who the official score believed pitched most effectively, and that was definitely Hoffman. He tossed 2 hitless innings. Next pitch fouled off back to the screen, and the count evens at 2 on Will Brennan. Hoffman came in for the 7th and 8th innings. Gave up just 1 walk, struck out 2, and no hits. Trying to replicate that today. The 2-2 pitch is nubbed foul. Trickles very slowly over toward the on-deck circle for Akron as the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Slider just misses in, and the count fills. Hoffman's got that sidearm delivery that everyone is so fond of. Helps his breaking balls really move. The 3-2, swinging a bouncer past Hoffman, over the mound, picked by Joey Ortiz in shallow center, sent to first and in time! What a journey from Joey Ortiz from the left side of the infield all the way to a deep second base position to scoop and fire for the out. Wow.
Catcher, Bo Naylor.
An outstanding play by Ortiz, and he has shown some of the best range among middle infielders for Bowie this season. Here's Bo Naylor. First pitch, bounce right to Ortiz again. Doesn't have to move too much this time from short. He charges and fires a bit low to first, but it's still in time and ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down out of the bullpen for Nolan Hoffman as we go to the bottom of the 8th. The Baysox hoping to get the offense going. They trail 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team. The Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Bottom of the 8th inning here at Prince George's Stadium. Maverick Hanley, the batter, and the first pitch is a big swinging strike to get things started here. Nick Enright back to work for the Rubber Ducks. Struck out the only batter he needed to face in the 7th inning. Next offering, lined into center field. Backing up on it, Valera. He has his back turned and makes a hopping catch. Stretching over into the warning track on a well-placed ball by Maverick Hanley. Valera had very little time to spare. He initially took a half step in on it before turning around and backtracking. But he brings it down, and there's one gone here in the 8th. Baysox have 5 outs to work with to try and score at least 1 run, if not a little bit more. Back to the top of the lineup in Adam Hall. He's 1 for 3, first pitch. Called a strike, upper outside corner. Count begins at 0-1. Hall singled in the first inning, got thrown out on a fielder's choice, forced out more specifically. He struck out twice since and flies this one out to the right field corner, where Will Brennan doesn't see it. It falls down just in front of him. He was trying to shade his eyes under his cap, but he just could not find the ball. It falls in as the sun just lost it there and gives Hall the double. His 3rd of the season, and it puts the Baysox into scoring position with 1 out here in the 8th inning. Here's Jordan Westberg, flew out to right his last time up. Here's the first pitch. Called a strike, just a bit thin inside. Count begins at 0-1. 1 for 3 day for Westberg. Singled and scored Bowie's only run in the 4th inning. Here's the 0-1. Ripped to third, past the glove of Nova and into the corner. Moore sends around Hall. He'll score the tying run. Westberg into second standing, and it's a 2-2 ball game on Westberg's RBI double. th RBI this season for Westberg. Breaks a tie to put him into second on the team.
Third baseman, Gunnar Henderson.
And it doesn't change the scenario. All it does is replace tying run in scoring position with go-ahead run in scoring position. In steps Gunnar Henderson. First pitch, swinging a bouncing ball to the right side. Picked at the knee by the second baseman Rocchio. He holds Westberg at second base with a hearty stare and fires it to first to retire Henderson 4-3. 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
First baseman, Andrew Dashwa.
Here's Andrew Dashbach. Righty on righty with Enright as the first pitch comes in. It's called a strike on the outer edge, 0-1. This is the first blown save for Enright in his 3 opportunities this season. And as the 0-1 comes in, slider called for strike on the bottom edge. It's 0-2 on Dashbach. O2 pitch to Dashbach, misses away, a wide slider. A ball and 2 strikes. It's been such an interesting day at the plate for Dashbach. He's drawn 3 walks, a career high. Coming into today, he hadn't drawn any of his walks on anything other than a full count. He's done it twice today. The 1-2 misses away again, and the count evens. His first walk was on a full count, but then each of the last 2 were on 3-1 offerings. Just some fun with numbers here. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a piece off of the catcher, Naylor. So the count remains on Dashbach, who's 1 for 5 this season with runners in scoring position. But he has driven in 3 runs, and his OPS is just a touch higher than his season average OPS. Wynn pushing in from straight center. The 2-2 to Dashbach is away, ball 3. So he has made every pitcher faced work their hardest to put him down today. Dashbach could draw a 4th walk. A payoff offering. Here it is. It's swung on and missed. Got him with the high fastball to end the inning, but not before the Baysox tie it. Back-to-back doubles, 1 from Adam Hall, 1 from Jordan Westberg, and for the 3rd time in this 6-game series, we go to the 9th. The Baysox and the Rubber Ducks are tied. It's 2-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Come celebrate Mother's Day with the Baysox on Sunday, May 8th as they take on the Washington Nationals affiliate, the Harrisburg Senators. Have a lovely afternoon with Mom at the ballpark and cap it off by having a catch in the outfield after the game. It's a 1:05 first pitch for Mother's Day at Prince George's Stadium, and special ticket packages are available but limited. So get yours now at 301-464-4865 or at baysox.com.
There is a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience full of family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 22nd through 25th for the induction of Bud Fowler, Gil Hodges, Jim Cott, Minnie Minoso, Tony Oliva, Buck O'Neill, and David Ortiz as the class of 2022. Visit baseballhall.org today for the
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Ninth inning action here at Prince George's Stadium of another tie ball game on this Sunday afternoon. Marcos Gonzalez, the first batter against Nolan Hoffman, bounces it right back to the mound. A hop step from Hoffman to pick it off the bounce, and he underhands to the mound for the 1-3 put out. Baysox and Ducks tied at 2. Hoffman is the perfect pitcher to come in at this moment for Bowie, too. Left-handers struggle mightily with that sidearm delivery. Only a 167 average against left-handed hitting. 429 from opposing right-handers. That's a big difference. Here's lefty Julian Escobedo. First pitch. Hits the inside edge of the zone for a called strike. It's 0-1. It is the bottom half of the lineup in this frame as well for Akron. Escobedo, then Schneemann to follow. That's 7 and 8 in the 9. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top of the 9th inning. The 0-1. Fastball hits the upper inside corner of the zone for a called strike, 0-2. Right-hander up and moving in the pen for the Ducks, Kevin Kelly. He also had an excellent appearance earlier in this series. It was back on Tuesday. I'll tell you about it in a second. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a bouncing ball past the mound this time. Jordan Westberg stuttered on it. He thought Nolan Hoffman was going to make a reach, so he didn't go full sprint. Hoffman didn't bother with it as it was too far, so it sneaks past the pair and into center field for a base hit. Go-ahead run aboard here with one out in the top of the ninth inning for Akron, as Daniel Schneemann will step up. He's not hit into any double plays this season, but he does hit it onto the ground about 1.5 times more often than he hits it into the air. Shortstop Joey Ortiz plays close to the bag, and the first pitch is line foul, third base side. 0-1 to start. Might have cracked a bit of the lumber there. He goes back to the dugout to retrieve a new piece of wood. So Kelly, in Tuesday's blowout win for Bowie, tossed 2 1/3 scoreless innings. He struck out 5. He was one of the most efficient pitchers for Akron in that game. He only allowed 1 base hit. Talk about it more when he gets up to the mound in the bottom of the ninth. 0-1 the count on Schneemann. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off again left side, and the count goes to 0-2. Again, Schneemann only batting .179 this season, a .494 OPS, but he does have a double and a triple. He's struck out 12 times, walked 3 times, and he's 1 for 3 today. He led off the third with a single and came all the way around to score. On a walk, a bunt single, and then Brian Rocchio's 2 RBI single that accounts for both of Akron's runs. The 0-2 popped up foul, first base side. Hanley ranges on it, but he keeps the mask on, and it will get out of play. Count stays at 0-2. Hoffman up to 20 pitches so far. Most he's thrown in any outing was 27. That was back on Tuesday in this series. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a bouncing ball, high roller over towards second. Too slow to be 2, so it's picked by Jordan Westberg and sent directly to first base. As Escobedo advances to second, there's now 2 outs here in the top of the ninth inning.
Third baseman, Victor Nova.
So Schneemann does keep it on the ground as he's predicted to do. Victor Nova digs in. He still hunts for his first hit of the season. He's a combined 0 for 20 to start. He's drawn a total of 2 walks and struck out 10 times. Righty on lefty. First pitch. Nova checks his swing, watches a called strike anyway on the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. In the bottom half of this inning, as the Baysox will look to walk it off for the 3rd time in this 6-game series, they'll have the bottom half of their lineup, starting with Hudson Haskin, Joey Ortiz, then Dylan Harris. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball too far inside, back pick to second, and it hits the runner on the helmet. Oh, goodness. The ball ricocheted into deep right field, and the athletic trainer for Akron is immediately out to talk. Jacob Lagan sprints out of the dugout, heads to second base along with manager Ruglis Odor, and they've got him up on his feet now, Escobedo. I think it knocked his helmet off more than anything, but Hanley tried the back pick. It probably wasn't going to be successful. Joey Ortiz, I'm not sure if he was too prepared for it. He was a little late even getting to the bag by the time the ball got there. But the ball hit off of the helmet of Escobedo, knocked the helmet off, and ricocheted into right field. Fortunately, Escobedo was more concerned for his own well-being, that he kept himself safe, didn't try to extend anything or hurt himself anymore. Just make sure that nothing went wrong. And nothing did go wrong, fortunately. They clear him up quickly, and we get back to play. As mentioned, the pitch was away, so the count evens at 1 on Victor Nova. Escobedo takes the lead off of second again. Hoffman looks him back, fires the pitch. Bounce to the left side, a base hit. This could try and score the run. It's picked by Harris in shallow left. The throw comes in. It's on time. The tag is applied. Harris does it again. The single for Nova. A questionable send by Ruglis Odor. And the Baysox will head to the bottom of the ninth. trying to walk it off for the third time in the last 4 days. We'll tell you about it after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
We're on to the bottom of the ninth here at Prince George's Stadium. And boy, oh boy, has this been a tightly contested series. The Baysox will try to walk it off for the third time in 4 games as they sit tied with Akron 2-2. Matt Sabatis with you on a beautiful Sunday afternoon here at Prince George's Stadium. A new pitcher climbs the hill for the Rubber Ducks. Kevin Kelly will take over after firing an excellent outing against Bowie back on Tuesday. He threw 2 1/3 innings, gave up only 1 hit and struck out 5 while working scoreless the entire time. But the Baysox had already done plenty. They won that game 20-6. The line on Nick Enright is final. He takes the blown save and a no decision. An inning and a third, 2 hits and an earned run, 2 strikeouts. Hudson Haskin, the batter, in the first pitch is a slider that misses inside. Count starts out at 1-0. Haskin, 4 home runs this season, 11 runs driven in. Baysox have not had a walk-off home run out of their first 2, the 1-0. Called a strike, bottom edge, and the count goes even at 1. After Haskin today, it goes to Joey Ortiz, then Dylan Harris. Harris has been an integral part of Bowie's first 2 walk-off wins, the 1-1. Slider called a strike on the outer edge. It's 1-2 on Haskin. Haskin 0 for 2 on the day. He hit a sacrifice fly to drive in Bowie's first of their now 2 runs. That came back in the 4th inning. He grounded out into a double play his last time up. Next pitch, swinging a bouncing ball over toward short, a high chop, picked at the chin by Tana. He takes his momentum to fire it to first, and it's there in time. 6-3 put out, and there's 1 away. So in steps Joey Ortiz. Ortiz singled in the 7th inning against Andrew Miziazik, but got caught stealing second to end the inning after Miziazik had been replaced by Nick Enright. Shortstop Jose Tena plays deep to pull. First pitch. Slider tails far away. Count begins at 1-0. And I said this a little bit earlier. It's really interesting how hard some of these left side infielders play Ortiz to pull just because he's a right-hander when the numbers don't back that up. The 1-0 misses away, and the count goes to 2-0. And especially when the pitcher on the mound isn't really feeding him anything inside. Ortiz only pulls the ball about 15% of the time on balls in play. And the pitches are going away as this next pitch is bounced up the third baseline, but foul. Count goes to 2-1. See, as I say these things, it's always funny when I immediately just get shut down. Count 2 balls and a strike on Ortiz. Bases empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 9th of a 2-2 game. Next pitch. Misses away, and the count goes to 3 balls and a strike. Bowie scored the tying run in the bottom of the 8th inning on a pair of one-out doubles, one from Adam Hall, one from Jordan Westberg. Here's the 3-1. Called a strike on the lower outside corner, so the count fills on Ortiz. He doesn't have a hit this season on full counts, but he's only struck out once and has walked twice. Soft breeze in from center field. 3-2 from Kelly is bounced over to third, picked at the chest by Nova. He sidesteps and fires to first for another putout. There's 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th, and Dylan Harris will step up. I mentioned it, Harris has been a key part of the Baysox' first 2 walk-off wins of the season. Scored the winning run on the 21st. That was back on Wednesday. Avoided a tag at home plate in the 10th inning. Slid around it to give Bowie the win. And then he had the game-winning hit the next night. When it was combined with an error, it allowed Zach Watson to score all the way from first in the 9th. First pitch to Harris misses up and away. Count begins at 1-0. If this game extends into the 10th inning, Bowie will send another pitcher onto the mound. Shelton Perkins is warming. The 1-0. Swinging a piece foul off of the catcher, and the count evens. And if the game extends into the 10th, it would be Victor Nova stepping to second base. He was the last batter in the lineup to the end of the 9th inning. The 1-1. Harris crushes it out to right field. Brennan on his horse to the corner. This one is off the base of the wall. Harris turns at first, heads to second. The ball is ripped to the infield, but not in time. A double for Dylan Harris to extend his hit streak to 5 games and put the winning run in scoring position for Bowie here in the bottom of the 9th. Already his 4th double in just his 5th Double-A game, his 6th extra base hit, and it's a big one. Sets up Zach Watson. A base hit here could win it. Watson 0 for 3 today, 2 for 17 combined in the series. Needs something now. First pitch, called a strike. Fastball on the outer edge, nothing in 1. The Baysox have that incredible 2-out hitting prowess over the past couple of weeks. OPS north of 850 with 2 outs this season. Leads the league, the 0-1. Fastball misses somewhere on the lower outside corner. Couldn't have been by much as the count evens. Watson 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position this season and 3 runs driven in. A hit here could do it. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Chased on an inside fastball and the count 1-2. Right-hander Kelly stands tall, a lanky fella on the right side of the rubber. 6'2", 200-pound, 24-year-old. Fires the 1-2 to Watson. It's swung and just nicked off of the catcher and rolled over to the on-deck circle. Akron manager Ruglis Odor must be a little antsy. He pops out of the dugout to retrieve that ball. As the count stays at 1-2. 17 pitches for Kelly in this inning. He sets. Another 1-2 to Watson. Is swung on in line over towards short, but on a line to Jose Tena. He was placed perfectly to haul it in and send this game to the 10th inning. The Baysox and the Rubber Ducks extend Sunday just a little bit longer as we go to the 10th here at Prince George's Stadium. And a beautiful one. It's 2-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to Baysox.com.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
We move on to the 10th inning here at Prince George's Stadium. The Baysox and the Rubber Ducks tied at 2 for their second extra inning game in 4 days. Jose Tena will be the leadoff man with a runner placed at second base in Victor Nova. A new pitcher on the mound for Bowie is Shelton Perkins. Righty on lefty to open. Tena is 2 for 4 on the day, and the first pitch is a swinging strike. Chasing on a breaking ball down. Count begins at 0-1. Boy, such a tough sell for Victor Nova. He came into today 0 for 20, finally collected his first hit of the season in the top of the 9th inning when a runner was at second, but the runner was thrown out at home. But Nova starts the inning at second as the 0-1 is a beautiful slider that just nicks the lower outside corner from Perkins, and the count to 0-2. Nolan Hoffman departs. He pitched a gem in relief. 2 innings of 2 hit ball, scoreless with no walks. And it makes way for the right-hander Perkins, product of James Madison University. Looking for a strikeout. The 0-2 is swung on and fouled. Into the bare hand of Kyle Moore in the Baysox dugout. Good grab. Just a soft little piece on that hanging breaking ball from Perkins. The count holds at 0-2. Tell you more about him in just a second as he comes in for his 4th appearance of the year. Has the sign he wants, but time called by the batter in the plate, or batter in the box. I'm interested about these pitch clock rules. How often does the batter get granted time? Because pitchers have a limit on step-offs. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a flare foul. Left side and out of play. Count holds. Perkins is a 5'10", 215-pound right-hander, drafted in the 16th round of the 2019 draft from James Madison. 4th appearance this year for Bowie. He's tossed 3 2/3 innings, allowed 4 earned runs. Walked 6, only struck out 2. The 0-2 is swung on and missed in the dirt for strike 3. The throw has to go to first as the runner advances from second to third. The strikeout recorded of Tena, but the go-ahead run advances. And it's a tricky situation now for the Baysox as anything out of the infield could break the tie. That's the tough part with some of the breaking pitches from Perkins. They can really move and get a little bit wild in a way. And that's what happened here. As the lefty George Valera digs in, the infield plays in for a potential play at the plate. First pitch. Half swing, just a piece, fouled off. Valera didn't intend for that one, but it happened. 0-1. Perkins makes his second appearance of the series. He showed up in the 20-6 game and tossed a scoreless 9th inning, worked around an error and a single to get out of it. Next pitch. Slider misses too far down and in, and the count evens at 1. Tied at 2 here in the top of the 10th inning. Runner at third, 1 away. Akron played both of their runs in the 3rd. The Baysox got 1 across in the 4th, and then another in the 8th on back-to-back doubles from Adam Hall and Jordan Westberg. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses down and away. Count goes to 2-1. Perkins has been holding steady with a lot of that off-speed stuff. He's got a 4-pitch offering, a 4-seam fastball, sinker, a slider, and a changeup. He comes set. Here's the 2-1. Inside, misses for a 3-ball-and-1-strike count. Valera, 3 for 6 this season with runners in scoring position. He's 0 for 1 today. He's only driven in 2. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Got him chasing on the curve in, and the count fills. Left side of the infield, as they all play in, they play very close together, too. 3-2, swinging a bouncer foul, first base side. Hard hit ball there, but the count holds. Yeah, there is a mild gap toward the actual corner of third base. As Valera steps back in. Has a wide stance up the first base line. The payoff from Perkins is swung on and missed for strike 3. Got him with a breaking ball down. Back-to-back strikeouts for Perkins. The runner stays at third base for now. Big opportunity for Shelton in this moment. The Baysox got a similar performance in the 10th inning 4 nights ago when Logan Gillespie came in. A wild pitch pushed the runner starting at second to third, but Gillespie struck out 3 in the frame. Here's Brian Rocchio. Switch hitter bats lefty and watches a first pitch ball inside. 1-0 to start. Rocchio drove in both of Akron's runs on a bases-loaded single up the middle in the 3rd inning. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a bouncing ball over to first, past the dive of Andrew Dashbach into right field. A base hit to score Nova makes it a 3-2 ball game. The run is unearned on Shelton Perkins, but it does change the outlook of this one for now. Rocchio has driven in all 3 runs for Akron today. He's got 9 ribbies on the season. And now here's Will Brennan. First pitch to Brennan. Left-hander watches pitch in the dirt. Count begins at 1-0. Brennan is 0 for 3 on the day. He drew a walk in the 3rd inning. Three runs, 8 hits, no errors. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. The line so far here in the top of the 10th inning. The Baysox will have 9-1-2 due up in their half of the frame. 1-0. Called a strike. Fastball hits the lower inside corner and the count evens. Zach Watson will be the tie-breaking runner placed at second base to start the bottom half of this frame. As they try a pickoff back to first, it doesn't get there in time. We'll wait on the 1-1 to Will Brennan. Rubber Ducks are 1-1 in extra inning games this season. They played 1 before this series. The Baysox win the other day was their first extra inning game. The 1-1 misses inside, and the count goes to 2-1. Perkins has been brought on to end every game he's appeared in this season. First outing of the year against Richmond was a little bit tough. Gave up 4 runs in the 9th. As the next offering misses away to Brennan, the count goes to 3-1. But after that, he's put up blanks. And ending in 2/3 of scoreless, hitless ball against Binghamton on the 12th, and then the previously mentioned scoreless inning this past Tuesday against Akron. 3-1 the count on Brennan. Pickoff throw back to first, no tag. Those are the 2 allotted step-offs for Perkins. So if he tries again, he has to get the runner, or it's, in essence, a balk, a free base. Here's the 3-1. Check swing down and away. It doesn't matter. Ball 4. First walk given up by Perkins today. 5th overall by Baysox pitching. And now it's first and second. All of this happening with 2 outs. As Bo Naylor steps up. Lefty Naylor steps into the box. First and second, 2 away here in the top of the 10th inning. And a quick step off by Perkins. He resets. And fires the first. Naylor swings at it. Tried to pull back but couldn't. Went through. 0-1 to start. Breaking ball was in the dirt there. It was an easy one. So it's 0-1. Naylor, 1 for 3 day. He's gotten to scoring position twice but has not scored. Here's the 0-1. Slider misses down. Count evens at a ball and a strike. And plenty of breaking stuff today from Shelton Perkins. He's really been angling for the swing and miss stuff and hasn't been getting it as much as he may like. Then when he falls behind in the count, he has to serve something up in the zone, and that's what led to the base hits. This one bounced up the first base line, but foul. Just snuck to the right side of the bag at the last moment. Then the count goes to 1-2. And that's what happened with Brian Rocchio's single. And then, of course, Will Brennan just did not go chasing on any of the breaking stuff offered to him. He drew the walk. Back into the box now, Naylor. A 1-2 count as Perkins looks to limit the damage to just the unearned run. The 1-2 pitch. In there, strike 3. Got him with a changeup inside edge that froze Naylor. And the top of the 10th comes to a close as Perkins strikes out 3 batters. We go to the bottom of the 10th here at Prince George's Stadium. If the Baysox want to walk it off for the 3rd time, they will need to at least score the runner placed at second base and then do a little bit more. We'll tell you about the bottom of the 10th when Zach Watson steps to second when we return. Baysox trail 3-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Baysox Youth Baseball camps are back in 2022, and registration is open now. 3 sessions this summer led by Orioles Hall of Famer and former Rookie of the Year, Al Bumbry, along with former Baysox outfielder Stephen Bumbry. Kids will take part in in-depth on-field instruction and go head-to-head in camp-wide games at Prince George's Stadium. All campers get a free Baysox hat and a ticket to a Baysox game of their choice. Space is limited, so head to BaysoxShop.com and reserve your spot at a Baysox Youth Baseball camp today.
Sunday, May 22nd, it's a fiesta at Prince George's Stadium. For the first time this season, the Baysox will transform into El Congrejos Fantasmas de Chesapeake and face off against Los Perros Calientes de Akron as part of Minor League Baseball's Copa de la Diversión. It'll be a Latin fiesta celebration all afternoon around the ballpark, all presented by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Get your tickets today at 301-464-4865 and online at baysox.com.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the D.C. area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox.
Back in for the bottom of the 10th inning here at Prince George's Stadium. The Baysox will get Zach Watson to second base to try and secure another walk-off winner. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for Bowie in this frame. The first pitch from Kevin Kelly misses away. And the count starts out at 1-0. Hanley is 0 for 2 on the day. He walked in the 5th inning but was left stranded. Next pitch from Kelly is bounced off of home plate and trickles right in front of the mound. The only play is to first as Kelly scoops and fires. A 1-3 putout on a swinging bunt there from Hanley. In essence, it could have gone down as a sacrifice bunt with the result, but it pushes the tying run to third base with only 1 out. So now at this point, with Adam Hall up, you need to get it out of the infield. The big problem, however, is that Adam Hall is not a fly ball hitter. Hall normally hits it on the ground. First pitch. Misses away, a fastball, 1-0 to start. As a matter of fact, among qualified hitters in the Eastern League, Hall has the highest rate of ground balls overall. He hits it on the ground over 6 times as often. The 1-0, grounded on a slow roll back in front of the mound again. The scoop to home is in time. Watson didn't tag the plate, and the tag is applied by Naylor. Down comes Kyle Moore to argue as Watson is still talking, but he heads back to the dugout. Now Moore is chatting alone with the umpire on it. On to first base, representing now the tying run, Adam Hall. And Moore looks like he might be saying that Naylor could have obstructed the plate before he got the ball, forcing Watson to try and get out of the way, but at this point, an argument is going to fall on deaf ears as Watson has already gone back to the dugout. Moore is still pleading his case on the right side batter's box. And Tom O'Neill is hearing him out, but he's not really offering anything in response, just saying, I understand, I hear your frustration, and that's one of the things that these umpires definitely have to go through, but Moore is definitely getting heated. And now O'Neill is starting to carry on his case a little bit. Moore getting a little animated, pointing his finger up a little, but he is walking back to the third base coaching box with nothing done out of the conversation. But that's normally what you see happen between conversations of that caliber between manager and umpire. So it's a 1-2 put out. Hall reaches on the fielder's choice. And he still represents a tying run, but now instead of at third, he's at first. Jordan Westberg, the batter, with all of a sudden 2 outs here in the bottom of the 10th. First pitch, he watches a slider away. Count begins at 1-0. Westberg already a 2-for-4 day. RBI double tied the game at 2 in the 8th inning. He was stranded at second base in that frame with only 1 out. He singled and scored Bowie's other run in the 4th. Next pitch, swinging a high bouncing ball over to short. Could be a tough play. Scooped by Tania, sent across the body, and it's in time to first to end the game. So the Baysox fall in 10 innings today, their first extra inning loss of the season, and they close the series with Akron on a 2-game losing skid, but still win the set overall 4-2. One more time, your final. Baysox fall 3-8. We'll step aside 3-2. We'll step aside and tell you more about it on Baysox postgame after this.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Well, it may be on Sunday, May 29th, but get ready for the Baysox first Catter Day at Prince George's Stadium. Everyone's heard of Bark in the Park, but now you can bring your kitty out for a relaxing afternoon of ball. And if you get here early enough, you can pick up a free Baysox Catter Day t-shirt, courtesy of the City of Bowie. You can get your tickets now for the first ever Catter Day at 301-464-4865 or at baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox post-game show. Let's head back to the ballpark with Matt Sabanas.
We get started with Baysox postgame here from Prince George's Stadium as Bowie falls in extra innings today to the Akron Rubber Ducks 3-2. The Baysox had the game's tying run thrown out at home plate for the second out of the bottom of the 10th. A tough sell this afternoon. But we recap this one briefly, then we'll look around the Eastern League and the Orioles organization as a whole. Game started in a bit of a back and forth between the two pitchers. Zach Peak and Tanner Burns did allow some base runners, but didn't run into any issues until Peak allowed a pair of runs in the third after loading the bases. He gave up a 2 RBI single to Brian Arocchio with only 1 out, then walked Will Brennan to load the bases again. After a mound visit, Peak recovered and retired the next 5 batters to finish out his day. He went 4 innings with 2 runs, both earned, struck out 5, walked 3. The Baysox, they drew a handful of walks against Tanner Burns and were finally able to scrape a run across in the 4th after Jordan Westberg led off with a single and back-to-back walks loaded the bases. But with bases loaded and nobody out, the best the Baysox could manage was only 1 run. A sacrifice fly by Hudson Haskin was it. After that, it was a battle of the bullpens. Connor Loprich and Nolan Hoffman each fired blanks, a combined 5 scoreless innings between the pair. Andrew Miziazik for Akron fired 2 scoreless innings in total, taking things midway through the bottom of the 7th when Nick Enright came on. With 1 out in the bottom of the 8th with Enright still on the mound, the Baysox got back-to-back doubles from Adam Hall and Jordan Westberg to tie the game. Westberg's drove in the run as he hit it to the corner and left. And in the 9th, the Baysox got another incredible play from Dylan Harris. On a 2-out single by Victor Nova with a runner at second, Harris scooped the ball on the run in left field and threw out the runner from second, Escobedo, trying to score at home for his second outfield assist in as many games. Baysox went down quietly in the 9th. They did get the winning run into scoring position when Harris doubled, but he was left stranded, and the game moved on to the 10th for the second time in 4 nights. The Baysox turned to Shelton Perkins for the 10th inning, and he looked like he was going to get through it quickly. 2 strikeouts to open it up. A wild pitch did allow the tie-breaking runner starting at second base, Victor Nova, to advance to third. But after the 2 strikeouts, that's when things got a little tough for Perkins. A RBI single for Brian Arocchio gave Akron the lead. After a walk, Perkins roared back to strike out Bo Naylor looking and end the potential threat. In the bottom of the frame, the Baysox did get an advancement for Zach Watson. Maverick Hanley with a swinging bunt allowed Watson to advance from second to third. And then when Adam Hall did the same, it pushed a ball in front of home. Watson came sprinting home, but the ball was just received and tag was applied in time by Bo Naylor to end the opportunity for Bowie. Watson eliminated on the fielder's choice, and Jordan Westberg grounded out immediately after to end the game. So there's your final line. Akron scores 3 runs on 8 hits with no errors. They left on 9. Bowie scores 2 runs on 5 hits with 1 error. They left on 8. Winning pitcher is Kevin Kelly. He moves to 1-1 in the year. Shelton Perkins, with the unearned run in the 10th, is served the loss. He falls to 0-1. Game was played in 2 hours and 54 minutes in front of a paid attendance here at Prince George's Stadium of 1,977. With the win, Akron moves to 7-8 on the year, a 2-game winning streak. They're now 3-6 on the road, 3-3 in 1-run games, and 2-1 in extra inning games. With the loss, the Baysox fall to 8-6 on the year, a 2-game losing streak for Bowie. They are now 5-4 at Prince George's Stadium, 3-1 in 1-run games, and 1-1 in games going into extra innings. Two sides won't meet again for a couple of weeks when the Baysox make the trip up to Canal Park. When exactly do they get out there? It's actually going to be a bit of a while. The Baysox don't go to Canal Park until August. Akron does make a return trip to Bowie in July, so there will be 2 series later in August and September up in Akron, but the Baysox will not see Akron again until July. Bowie hits the road on Monday for a series against Richmond. We'll talk about that more in depth in a little bit, but we step aside now, and when we return, we'll walk you through the rest of the Eastern League and the Orioles organization, see how the other teams are faring. We'll step aside and be back in just a little bit. Baysox fall today, 3-2. You're listening to Baysox Postgame.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
There is a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience full of family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 22nd through 25th for the induction of Bud Fowler, Gil Hodges, Jim Cott, Minnie Minoso, Tony Oliva, Buck O'Neill, and David Ortiz as the class of 2022. Visit baseballhall.org today for the
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Getting ready to close up shop here on Baysox postgame as Bowie falls this afternoon 3-2 in 10 innings. We'll take the opportunity to run you through the rest of the Eastern League, see how other teams are faring, and then the Orioles organization as a whole, see how the system wrapped up its Sunday. Plenty of one-sided games in the circuit today for the AA Eastern League. Portland demolished Binghamton. They did something that Bowie did the other day, put on 8 runs in the first inning, but they couldn't match Bowie's 20 spot. They only put up 13 over the Ponies, 13-5 the final there. Altoona walking off the New Hampshire Fisher Cats after overcoming a 4-0 deficit to pick up the 5-4 win at PNG Field up in Pennsylvania. Somerset cruising past Hartford in the finale of that series, 9-1 the final there. And then 2 games in action at the moment. Erie using a 3-run 7th inning to take a 4-1 advantage over Richmond. They're headed to the top of the 9th at UPMC Park, so the Seawolves just need 3 more outs to wrap that one up. Harrisburg, 3 runs in the second right now, but Reading threatening to do something. They have the bases loaded with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. That game should go a little bit later into the day, but if Harrisburg picks up the win, the Baysox would fall to 1.5 games out of first place. That's how things look around the Eastern League. On the side of the Orioles organization, another big blowout coming from AAA. Durham plating 10 runs over the span of 3 innings between the 3rd and the 5th. They currently lead Norfolk 12-5 in the bottom of the 7th down at Harbor Park. And the other 2 teams in action as well. Aberdeen holding on to a slim advantage over Greensboro, the Pirates affiliate. It's 2-1 at the moment. And then Delmarva, they've been having a tough time with the Myrtle Beach Pelicans. That's the Cubs' low-A team. It's 6-4 at the moment in the top of the 8th. Myrtle Beach holding on to the lead in that one. And then again, the score that we've paid most attention to today, the Baysox falling to Akron 3-2 in 10 innings, their first extra inning loss of the season. The Baysox will get back to work on Tuesday. We've got a special Education Day game at the Diamond down in Richmond, an 11:05 first pitch. So you can have us on with your coffee with the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show going live at 10:45 a.m. Again, one final time here, though, from Prince George's Stadium. It's Akron 3, Bowie 2. This is Matt Sabata saying thanks for stopping by. We'll talk to you on Tuesday.
Thanks for listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. We hope you enjoyed today's game, and join us next time for another exciting broadcast coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Bowie Baysox.